Yo, what's good? What's good? What's good? Hey, Cap, let me know if you can hear me. Let me know if you can hear me. Yo, what's good? What's good, Tor? What's good, Tor? I'm trying to get all this shit figured out. I don't know what that say what's going on exactly, but I'm learning. I'm learning. I'm trying to figure it out. The shit a little different. I'm looking at a whole bunch of different shit at the same time. Let me know if y'all can hear me. Let me know if y'all can hear me. Let me know if y'all can hear me. All right, so boom. Okay. It's Onyx? Okay, all right. Bet that. It's Onyx. Onyx, I peeped Cap shit was in here. Let me also open up this Discord. Make sure everything's flowing, everything's going as it needs to. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie, I told y'all before, but worst comes to worst, right? We going right back to Twitch. If this copyright shit is really that bad, bro, if it's really that bad. But I think I'm gonna be able to work around it. I think I'm gonna be able to work around it. I put in a couple things that I believe will work that I did in my regular videos, and now I'm about to do in the stream. So hopefully this actually does turn out to actually work, but we'll see. So I'm trying to make sure I got everything all set up. I can't play no music in here, by the way. I'm gonna have to find like instrumentals or some shit, but it's all good though. We gonna work with what we got. Let me know if the quality's fucked up, if the sound is fucked up. I don't think it should, but I believe it should be alright. I believe it should all be straight. So, let me see. Boom. It feels like I haven't streamed in stupid long. And by the way, we got Maxey versus Haliburton. Not in their one-on-one matchup, but just respectively in their own skill. I'm about to I just took a look at the two previous games of Maxey and Haliburton, which was the Pacers versus whatchamacallit. Who they play? How'd I forget? I literally just watched the game. But Pacers versus the Hawks. Pacers Hawks, and then Sixers Cavs, right? Pacers Hawks and then Sixers Cavs. Those are both on like Tuesday or some shit. I could have watched the one they already played where Maxey had 50, but that was a while ago. One and two already watched the clips for Maxey's 50 piece and already broke that down on Twitch already. So I ain't gonna do that right now. So when it comes down to this though, we're gonna see how this shit rocking though. So based on skill only, KD or LeBron, just purely skill. You see, the thing about the word skill is that it kind of throws me off sometimes. Like it throws me off in respects to when I think of Braun, are we also including IQ as a skill, right? Are we including LeBron's like ability to see the entire game and be able to manipulate parts and to make all these chess moves and shit? Are we including that in skill? Because it should be. But usually people think of skill as just the ball handling, the finishing, you know what I'm saying, the scoring for multiple levels and all that. So like, are we just talking strictly like just skill with the basketball, or also talking about how you're able to manipulate a game on 5-on-5? Because if we're including IQ in that, that's where I feel like Braun could be able to take that leap and like get that edge. If we're talking just skill over KD, but KD is skilled in terms of like just everything in terms of just basketball skill, like handling, finishing, just getting in the bucket. Fuck that, get in the bucket, right? In any way you need to, right? He's gonna be able to do so. And so when it comes down to that, it's gonna be tough. No idea. You see, that's the thing about it. Like, what's the parameters? That's usually when we have these type of conversations. There's never no parameters in terms of what are we actually gonna talk about. You know what I'm saying? Or like what are we actually comparing? Like, are we comparing? Are we just comparing the actual skill, like I said, like shooting, dribbling, just getting a bucket, or are we also gonna compare IQ? You know what I'm saying? Is IQ a skill? And I feel as though it should be a skill. And if it's not, it's kind of dumb because IQ has to only be developed. Just like any other skill, it's not like some shit you could just have and be naturally good at. It's something you'll have to sit there, study, watch, and be able to get better at doing. And so that's one thing when it comes down to skill. I don't even think people include, because I feel as though if people decide to learn the game, it would make learning the actual like the physical parts of it even easier as well. Because now you'll know what you need to work on for you to get better as a player. And so ultimately, it's like a lot of people want to focus on skill just being the actual physical, the crossovers, the tweens, the tween cross, the combos, right? Oh, the fadeaways, the pull-ups, the step backs. But one of the skills as to what you could be able to get damn near all that in is getting the IQ. Because by getting the IQ, you begin to learn the root, and you'll be able to see a skill like that, right? And you can be able to tell yourself, what do I need to do to be able to build up that skill? A lot of people have trouble with when building a skill is, how do I even start? Where do I even begin? Do I start just doing the move? Do I need to break down the move? I don't even think people even understand the fact that you could break down an individual move, right? You could take a single move, right, and break that shit all the way down to the point where if I'm working on a step back, hold on, I don't know why that shit's in the middle of the fucking screen. That's a sub count right there. Little sub count at the top right corner. Isn't it just basketball knowledge, understanding, adapting to the game, playing it? Yo, what's good? Augustin, or Augustin, I'm tripping. Is it? You know what's weird? I have a chat here and a chat here. I don't know what chat to read, but fuck, I'm gonna go over here. Isn't it just basketball knowledge, understanding, and adapting to how the game plays out? What you mean IQ? So what do I mean by IQ? Like just in terms of like, put it like this, right? Put it like this. And also, Augustin, I be peeping your comments in the YouTube section. You be commenting like, damn, every video I be peeping that shit. And that was one of the reasons I was like, everybody know about YouTube already. Why not? Everybody already subbed to the YouTube, but some people go to Twitch. Other people don't go to Twitch already on the YouTube. So I was like, fuck it, let me try it here. But I'm telling you this right now. I'm gonna get right back to what I'm saying with IQ. But whatchamacallit? I'd be losing my fucking train of thought. How the fuck I be losing my train of thought? But goddamn. If this goes left, right? I was about to say, if this goes left, I'm going right back to Twitch to do the breakdowns because the copyright shit YouTube be having. I don't know if it's gonna cut the shit down and shit. Oh, it's Z. I didn't even peep. You got a fucking different name, this motherfucker. What's good, Z? What's good? I told y'all to let me know prior to, so it could be like, oh damn, this is boom, this is, you know what I'm saying? Worst comes to worst, we're going right back. But you said, what you mean by IQ? In terms of when I think of IQ. When I hear IQ, I think of like your ability to essentially manipulate the game in your favor, right? Be able to use the game, be able to put counterparts and put certain parts in certain positions for you to be able to thrive. You know what I'm saying? So, for example, like spacing. Spacing is one of the things that also deal with IQ because it's your knowledge of where do I have to be at this time to allow my teammate to be able to do what they need to do, right? That's one thing. That's like one small thing. Another thing is IQ is reads. How well are you able to make reads, and how well are you able to set up reads, like for the future, right? How well are you going to be able to you're going to be able to make this read now, right? And understand how the defense is going to adjust the next time around and be prepared for what they're going to do, and then boom, you make that chess move, right? And so they think they got you, but you're already a step ahead. Knowing the opponent's plays, that's another thing, right? If I already know the opponent's plays, I know where they're going to be at this point in time, and then I go about and do this, then essentially at that point you're literally playing way ahead of the field, and that's not some shit that's just like, oh, I already have that. You're sitting there putting time in, learning the game, and then so you can beat the other team. And I feel as though that's a skill in itself, but people don't want to include that in skill. I don't know why, and I feel it really hurts athletes, hurts hoopers, hurts sports in general when you don't seek IQ. Because in order for you to be able to play at your absolute best, you gotta understand why you're doing certain shit, right? And then by that understanding, by that awareness, then you'll be able to say, oh, okay, I'm doing this bad, I'm doing this right, or I could do this even better, or I got to be able to cut this habit out. Like, you know what I'm saying? Be able to do little things like that. So yeah, but it's been quite a few days since I streamed. I'm gonna see how this YouTube shit feel like. I'm gonna see how this shit rocking in terms of like just overall, like maybe just for like a week or so, try it out, see how it goes overall, and after that, I'll be able to say, okay, I can be able to do either one of these two. But like I said though, the only thing I really don't like about this is I can't play no music or nothing like that. Cause the second I play music, that shit gon' pack up. Like that shit gon' like cut my screen off or some shit like that. So that's the one thing that low-key does bother me about this right now. It felt weird starting stream and not hearing music in my headphones. Low-key threw me off. And by the way, Z, I seen what you said in the Discord about Isaiah Thomas. Low-key, let me see if I can find it. Let me see what you said. Let me see what you sent. I forgot which one it was. Oh, right here. Yeah. You said what do you think of how what do you think Isaiah Thomas was so successful? How Isaiah Thomas was so successful in the Boston uniform for the short period of time, considering he's only 5'9". Was it his speed was a deciding factor or quickness? So, at that point in time, I feel as though it's an accumulation of things. Like it's a bunch of different counterparts, and it's the coming of his own, right? Him reaching like that stride and hitting that next level as a player, right? And so it was all the things that he's learned being his size throughout his career that he all was able to put together by getting to Boston, and then he got there and like everything was just clicking, everything was just flowing. You know what I'm saying? And so with everything kind of all coming together, all at the right time, perfect opportunity. Like, just think about how all that shit aligns. Like, all the little things you learn along the way and whatnot. And then you get there, and it's like, damn, like, he's here. Like, everything you don't work for your whole life, boom, it's here, right here, opportunity. But in terms of actual skills, what you're saying, I feel awareness is one extremely important part of it, right? Self-awareness. Knowing yourself as a player, like what's my skills, and understanding I'm 5'9", and everything you're working on is because you're 5'9". Like there's not one thing he's gonna go do in the gym and he's gonna forget the fact he's 5'9". So it's not like he's gonna be sitting there doing certain moves, right? He may be doing a certain move, but he understands when he's gonna use a move, right? That all goes back to self-awareness. Can I use this step back? Can I be able to use this pull up at this certain time with this type of defender? Right, he knows when to be able to use these certain moves. That's why I feel as though understanding when to do something is more important than understanding how to do something, right? Because if you only know how to do it and never when to do it, there's going to be no point of doing it, because it's always just going to be at the wrong time. You're going to do it against a player who's 6'10", but really this is a move for if you're a player who say you're my size. Like, I'm doing a move against somebody who's 6'10". I'm not supposed to be doing it against that player who's 6'10". It's really for somebody who's around my height, maybe 6'3", 6'2", right? Maybe not as much length or some shit like that. Maybe I'm just trying to shoot some sort of jump shot, right? And then in IT's case, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, I'm going to get down to a lane. It's not like I'm going to try and get here and do a whole bunch of lays all the time. I'm going to understand at what point in time I can use a lay, and then other times I can't, I'm just use a floater, right? Also, I'm going to leverage my angles. I'm going to leverage my positioning early. And then what also are my strengths at 5'9"? Speed, usually. And also because even though I'm short, right, I can't beat you up top. I can't be able to play up there with the trees. I'm going to be able to play low, right? And the concept that's always been in basketball, low man wins, right? Low man wins. So if I'm lower than you already, just simply off my height, and I just drop my base just a little bit, right? My body, maybe I'm already used to like just being quick at this height. I'm getting past a lot of the people that's going to try to guard me. So when it comes down to that, couple things is when it comes down to self-awareness, understanding what skills to build, understanding that I'm 5'9", he's this height, he's that height. You're always preparing for that, knowing when to do certain things, being timely with what's going on. So ultimately, like, that's a better question, say for a person who's already short. But even me myself, I feel as though I'm still kind of short. Once I play against taller players, I'll kind of understand some of those little things as well. But I'm just talking in comparison to people who are of that size too, are of that height. So I don't think I got any questions. Do I have any questions in Discord? Do I have any questions going on over here? I don't think I got any questions in Discord. By the way, if y'all ain't peep, I'm about to be dropping some workouts. All the workouts that I was late on, I'm about to be dropping them right back into the Discord. I'm dumb thirsty. Hold on. I'm about to be putting all the workouts back in the Discord. So all the little things I be doing for bounce, all that little stuff, I'm gonna make sure I'm sharp on it. One. And then two, bro, the workout I did yesterday was insane. I ain't gonna lie, I was surprised I even did that shit my damn self. I had done I did about 60 dunks in an hour. So 60 dunks in 60 minutes. Right? And then I told some people that, like, what I did for my workout. I thought, what the fuck? That's kind of crazy. I thought I was tripping at first when I did tell myself, and I was like 50. I maybe like went to the gym to like 20 before, like if I'm just trying to dunk or something, but like 50? Because I was going for 50. But some of them I didn't count. Just because, like, I didn't like the way the ball went in, certain little things like that. And so you're like, damn, how the hell, like, how do you even have enough energy to get that many dunks in? My first half of that 50, that first 30 to 40 that I did, right? Your legs must be sore. I'm not sore. I'm not sore at all. That's the crazy thing about it. I'm kind of tired in a sense, but that's more so from, like, my body may be slightly fatigued, but that's from my workout this morning and then eating from Thanksgiving yesterday. So, like, my body's not used to, like, having a meal like that midweek. I would usually have my cheat meal on a Saturday, right? And so, ultimately, though, right, my legs aren't that sore because I was like, also, I did on Thanksgiving because I was like, let me burn some more calories off as well. So I was like, fuck it, let me do that. And I did a lift afterwards. That lift was an elite lift. It was an elite lift. I ain't gonna lie to you. That was an elite lift, bro. It was crazy. So, you said, can you explain how Tyrese is able to get his shot off with such a huge hitch in the pull-up? I got some. I'll be able to better show it because I got the whole bunch of clips, right, Corey? I got a whole bunch of clips. So I watched the game all the way through, pulled my own clips, and I'm about to pull it up on here. But if this shit gets copyrighted, I'm going to go right back to Twitch because Twitch don't be doing that. YouTube might be on that, but I think I'm able to manipulate it a certain way to where it doesn't. And so this all comes back to the same thing I was talking about with IT, though, right? He has that hitch, right? And so, like, we can't shoot the way Tyrese shoots because Tyrese understands how he shoots and when he can use that shot. Self-awareness, right? He understands what type of moves can I use, how can I gather, how can I get up into that shot. Mind you, y'all forget this too. I think some people forget it. Tyrese is like 6'6", right? He's like 6'6". So, like, if he's going against a point guard who may be 6'3", right? You know what I'm saying? A typical point guard or even a wing, like, they're even height. And another thing that's great with that as well is that he doesn't have much of a jump. And so essentially, like, what that little jump and then that hitch right here does is that it kind of cuts down the air time as to what you would have. And so even though it looks funky, he doesn't get it off like super slow, like Kyle Anderson or some shit like that, right? So, like, he may hitch it over here, but, like, it's like a turn and like a release. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, I never really looked at it like all the way in detail, but I'm just going just right off of what I see. And so him being 6'6", but most importantly, what he's able to do with that shot at his height, right, is with the movement in his ball handling. I don't think y'all understand how good of a mover Tyrese is, right? Not necessarily just a ball handler, a mover. Like, he's really shifty. Like, if you really watch him play, and then when he gets into his ISOs, like, it's a lot of the same repetitive stuff, like a lot of the same type of size ups and goes. But that's what really good scorers do. They keep it really condensed. They don't need to have every single go, every single type of way to get by somebody. They keep it all really condensed. And so what Tyrese is able to do with his movement is that he creates such good space off that movement to where he does get into that shot, and it's like, boom, he's able to get it off. And really, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? And I feel as though the only reason people would want to change it is because it doesn't look appealing. But in reality, if he knows how to get the shit off, like, why not? Go ahead and shoot the shot the same way you shot it before. You know what I'm saying? Why is Under Armour incapable of making good looking shoes? Poor Steph. I ain't gonna lie to you. I have not ever bought a pair of Under Armours in my life. I have not bought a pair of Under Armours in my life. So I've only gotten 2 pairs, and the experiences I've had in those 2 pairs were absolute dog shit. I can't tell you why, but what I could tell you though is it was my not 8th grade. I'm tripping. Like my 10th grade year, I think. 10th grade year, I got a pair from my school. I went to Edgewater school. Anthony went to. Got a pair there. Them shits was ass. I started using them outside. Use them so much they got a hole in the bottom, right? And then they're just terrible, especially in the gym. It was literally like it felt like just plastic rubber, just a shitty ass rubber. And then I got another one when I was in college, right? It was like one of the first, not the first Currys, maybe like the 4th or 5th or 6th or some shit like that. It was like this black and white pair, team shoe. Them shits was so bad, people was busting their toenail in them, right? They're big. Like one of my teammates, it was like, yeah, you shoot, like we have to wear these in the game because we're Under Armour. Came out the game, like he left one of the games, had to pull his toenail off because the shoes were so bad. Like it was like jamming at your feet. And so like eventually they no longer just wore the Under Armour shoe because it was just so bad. People was getting hurt. And so that shoe even, I just stopped wearing it entirely. I just threw them out eventually. Because also I stopped playing as well. So I was like, why do I even keep this shoe and use it when I work out? So just threw them off to the side. Like it was atrocious. Those are 2 experiences I had with Curry's, bro. Curry got to do better. Yeah, that working out gonna hit you later. Like Goku first. He's in Kokan. I ain't gonna lie. I don't really watch anime. I know a little bit about what you call it, like some animes, but not really. I low key would, but I don't really got time to be able to, you know what I'm saying, watch all them damn episodes, bro. There'd be a lot of episodes. And so why are they bad at making shoes? You know what I'm saying? I just don't know. Even like Nike and like Adidas be missing sometimes as well. But you look at a line like Jordan's when his shit was coming out, or like Kobe's. Like you could look at Kobe's line like start to finish with Nike, and it's like none of them shoes I could really say are ugly shoes or like bad shoes. At least off the eye test, right? You could say maybe like I think like the Kobe 2s are like not the greatest. But like after that, everything looks sharp. You know what I'm saying? Like his whole line looks sharp. Like Jordan 1 to 12, like maybe even like 1 to 14 for some people. Sharp. Like who doesn't like? They was hitting every single one of them motherfuckers. And to this day, they selling out. So like, I feel as though what happens in fashion may be something similar to just what happens in general when it comes down to a lot of things. Is that people will see something work for other things and then try to do something and try to remake it again, but some people just lack a creativity and a good eye for certain things. And so the people who are back there making the shoe understand that it's not Curry making the shoe, it's not LeBron making the shoe. It's just probably just a group of people that they hired and said, "Oh, design this around this and let me see your ideas and then we're gonna pick." Right? And then even that picking process, like that shit may even be bad in itself. Because some people just don't have a good eye. They don't understand what it takes to not just have a good looking shoe, but a good performing shoe. And then even when they make the shoe, I don't know how you make a shoe like the Currys I had when I was in college that one year. I don't know how you make a shoe like that and then release it to the public and say this was good. Like this was a nice shoe. We should keep this shoe right here. This shoe was good. We should keep. Dog, people like like test the product before you release it to the public. That's some dumb shit right there, bro. Jordan can't lose the shoes. They so good looking. Yo, what's good, Chris? What's good? But Jordan can't lose. I ain't gonna lie, Jordan, that like they stretching the shoe line out. Honestly, what they should have done is like cap that motherfucker to a point. Cause like ain't Jordan like in terms of like number series, isn't it like in the 30s or some shit? Right? Correct me if I'm wrong, but like I'm pretty sure it goes down that far. But they only was hitting from 1 to about 12. Right, after 12, it was like, he doing a little too much. He should have cut it off right then and there. What you been on though, Chris? How the season been going? Gonna make some money. They auto run ads on here too, so they be auto running. Can you break down how Tyrese drives through contact? I'm going to. I just like to get through some of my talking stuff. I got some clips. I got Haliburton clips. I got Pacers versus Hawks clips. That shows 157, 152 in 4 quarters. Ridiculous. All right, and then I got the clips for Sixers versus Cavs. And so like I got a bunch of clips that on both sides, like what they do good and things they can improve on. And then there's a few plays in there, like in terms of for Tyrese Maxey, right, that really emphasize some of the things that he does with finishing. And I feel as though a lot of y'all forget the fact that finishing is even necessarily about how well can I be able to get past my defender and get through the person at the rim. It's about timeliness, right? It's about how well can you time your drive so then I can hit this gap and then be able to get to the rim and then get a good angle. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what it's really about. Once you realize that, and like I'm gonna really show y'all those components, because if you just watch the YouTube videos, y'all probably seen maybe 15 clips. You about to come to the stream and you gonna see on each side probably around 30 clips, right, of each person. I'd be cutting out certain shit just to put in the video, and so you're gonna see how timely some of these drives be. Like they're not even worried about the person in front. They're waiting for a certain gap to open up. They're waiting for somebody to step out of the paint because of 3-second call. They're waiting for help defenders to now engage in certain actions so now I could go and I have to worry about a person sitting at the elbow. Like it'd be little things like that. Or they're looking at the weak side and seeing, all right, what's going on over here? Who's on this weak side? Can I drive or should I look to get in the paint, kick the ball out? Like it don't even be about so much of the skill, because that skill stuff, that finishing around the rim, that shit's already taken care of in my individual workout, in my group workouts, my team workouts, whatever, right? Already taken care of that at that point in time. It's just about the application process of it. A lot of players don't know how to apply the things which they work on to be able to work in the game. And that's when you really realize players are just reading the floor constantly, and the decisions and how fast they make them are crazy. So, LaMelo, bro, I was this close to breaking down LaMelo. Like I had my thumbnail, it was about to be LaMelo versus Haliburton, but I was like, fuck, let me do Tyrese versus Tyrese. And so like Melo been going stupid, so I'm gonna peep that. I'm gonna peep that super soon. My guy talking trash about Under Armour, and then I get you got an Under Armour ad is crazy, bro. Under Armour ad is crazy. Do you think post-up bigs can make still be reliable in today's league? Can they return as the going option to second option of an offense? Definitely, but you'll need versatility. You know what I'm saying? You'll need versatility to where I'm not just going to be a person that can only play in the post. It would be a good help. You know who could really use that, though? A person that could just play in the post on offense, right, and do nothing else is Golden State. If Golden State has somebody that could really play in the post and only play in the post, like they don't even need the space the floor out. They could just sit on the short corner if they're not in the post and then get in the post. Because once you get in the post, split actions, right? Play make. Boom. You know what I'm saying? A team like that could definitely use it. But in general, I feel as though for most teams in today's league, you could have a player who's post dominant, but can you also step out and spot up? Can you also be able to, say, short roll and things like that? Can you know how to make these read set screens, make plays? You got to have something. You got to have a number two, right? You got to be able to have something else that you could go to, because what the league is now turned into is that you need players of versatility. If you don't have some versatility on offense and you can't be able to play multiple spots, it doesn't have to be anything specific, but just at least multiple spots and different spots and do different things, it's going to be tough for you to find spots on the floor, because defenses are just going to force you to be away from the things in which you're not comfortable doing. And it's always going to end up leading you to a point where, I can't do shit right here. So say a person could only post up. I'm going to go post up, right? Boom, hit my post up, whatever. But I give the ball up, and now my teammate's working, right? They got an ISO, but I can't spot up. So now I may just spot. I'm be sitting here spotting up, and if we got two players that aren't good at spotting up, that ball is gonna find a way to get to them, and they're not going to get a closeout. And so I feel as though you gotta have a little bit of versatility, and even like in today's game, like Jokic is post dominant. You know what I'm saying? Jokic could face up, he could post. You know what I'm saying? That versatility that's within that, boom, that's a player right there. And so I feel like the main thing that's going to be is just versatility. Like, can you do more than just sit there and just post up the whole time? Because you're going to end up, teams are going to end up game planning for that. It may be able to work, say, in the playoffs, but when time comes, or no, maybe it would work in the regular season, but when time comes in the playoffs, like, oh damn, you're gonna find yourself in some spots to where you just can't do nothing, right? And so that's the thing about that as well. And Loki, just think about Jokic right now. It just made me think of Şengün for a second. I'm like, yo, that nigga Şengün be going crazy. I'm gonna do a Şengün breakdown one of these days as well. How to reverse brain trauma and CTE for football players. I ain't gonna lie, that's I ain't no doctor. I can't tell you how to do that. The only thing I can tell you to be able to stop that shit from happening is by just not playing it, essentially. But I can't necessarily tell you how to reverse CTE for football players. If I watch more football, I'll possibly be able to tell you, because I'll be interested in the players and what's going on there and probably see their process. But I don't really watch football like that, so it's even tough for me to say. So yeah. Also, I also want to say this too. My workout, I already told y'all my workout I did yesterday. 60 dunks an hour. I did a lift after that, but today I'm trying to get back in hooping shape, like just to a solid extent, to where I could be able to go and hoop, and I'm not worried about no cardio or anything like that. Like I ain't worried about like breathing, nothing, because I do a lot of jump training now, not too much of actually hooping. So those are two different types of endurance. And so I did a 10 and 60, right? I did 3 sets. 10 and 60 mean you got to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Full court, down is 1, back 2, down 3, back 4. You know what I'm saying? All the way up to 10. You got to do that in 60 seconds, right? And I learned that from when I was in high school. We used to do them shits all the time, right? Ever since I was a freshman, you used to do them all the time. That was our little conditioning thing. And so I heard how like the NBA's time, or like the Miami Heat's like time, like their guard time for those is like 50 seconds or some shit like that, 48 seconds, something around there. I want to be able to get my time in that range as well. And so what I did today in those 3 sets, I did a 54 seconds, 53, 54 the second set. Then the last one I got 49. Right, I got 49 in that last one. I was like, I want to be able to get this consistently to the point where anytime I'm going, everything is under 50. It's no longer a 10 and 60, it's a 10 and 50. Right? 10 and 50, meaning I could do a down and back in under 5 seconds. Or I could do one down in under 5 seconds. So like maybe it could be 4.8, 4.6, something along those lines. And I just want to get back conditioned, just be sharp to where I don't, like, if I'm hooping, I don't want to worry about my damn cardio. I want to work on my game. You know what I'm saying? So that's one thing I'm also adding in. I'm also learning how to incorporate new ways in which you could work out, and then like change the structures of it, so then you can still be able to not just get good vertical jump gains, but gains that are even beyond, as to which I already know how to get. So that's one thing I'm also working on right now. So like I showed y'all the little workout structure. Let me show y'all this right quick as well. And who do y'all think is better between Haliburton and Maxey? Who do y'all think are better? Who do y'all think is better? Because I posted on my gram, I put on my story, and it was like, I think it's damn near 50-50, if I believe. I believe it's 50-50. Let me see. What was the numbers at? Oh yeah, it's 58. It's 58% Haliburton, 42% Maxey. 58% Haliburton, 42% Maxey. So yeah, to me, I ain't gonna lie. You're gonna ask me personally, I feel as though Haliburton got the edge. Haliburton got the edge for me, bro. I'm sorry. It's tough. Haliburton, because better track record. I don't even think it's necessarily but the thing is, like, I feel Haliburton has it now. I think Maxey can eclipse him, because how much he's been improving. But at the same time, though, Haliburton be doing so damn much in terms of offense and like his sharpness, efficiency, playmaking, scoring. You know what I'm saying? That's where it's like, damn, I don't know. Like, I don't know if I could give Maxey that edge right now, because he getting numbers, but he's playing with Embiid, right? And so playing with Embiid, you're rarely gonna see a double team. Haliburton, when he played that whole fourth quarter against Atlanta, double teams the whole time. Every single time he got a double team. And so, like, just by that alone, Haliburton ended up just getting hockey assists, which should be tracked, but it doesn't, which is dumb, right? Because a pass to then straight to another pass, it's not even from the person who just passed the ball to the person who's about to shoot it and make it. It's because the person who passed the ball to that person, right? Because that double team or whatever happened up there, he really made the read. And now you just got to do the little shit, just swing it one more time, boom, right there. Simple shit. So like they should track it, but it just doesn't. I don't know why. It's kind of dumb, but I feel as though the way Maxey has been improving. This is his 4th year in the NBA. He's went from like 8 points a game to 17 to 20. Then he's at 26. Now I'm not saying he's gonna average a 6 more points a game right next season, but there's a lot of things that's within his game that can make him even more efficient than he is now, right? Because especially when it comes down to like little angles and whatnot, but then also foul calls. Once he begins to get the foul calls, that shit's really gonna make it tough for people. Yo, what's good, Jason? What's good? What's good? He said, your name is Angry Silas, bro. I peeped the picture from the Discord. I was like, wait, that shit, where I see that shit from? But yeah, this nigga named Angry Silas. You could change that name by now because Steven Silas got fired. He got fired, bro. He got fired, man. Let me see here though. Let me see. I want to see this as well. Hold on. Oh, there's a game. Oh, hey, Jason, can we speak about this for a second? Can we speak about the Magic, please? Can we just talk about the Magic? You can talk about the Magic for a second, or you can continue not giving them credit. We're gonna continue to play that game. What game are we gonna play right now? We gonna say, all right, then, okay, y'all might be straight. Y'all might actually make the playoffs, or y'all gonna keep hating. You too, Z. All y'all be saying the same thing. Y'all always be talking about some, oh, Magic ain't doing nothing. Magic lose. Magic this. Magic that. Y'all be hating all because I'm from Orlando. You know what I'm saying? When y'all can acknowledge the fact that we can make the playoffs. 10-5 right now. We playing Boston right now as we speak. Up 3 at the end of the 3rd quarter. Now I'm gonna let the game play out. Right? I ain't gonna get too over myself. I ain't gonna get my head too big. But let's see what we do. We see what we do. Also, where is this last shit at? What I want to show y'all. This right here with the workouts. This right here with the workouts. If y'all never peeped this, if y'all have not peeped this, I gave y'all 4 sets of my workout structures. The reason as to why I even gave this point, like just like, oh, boom, that's why I do it. What this does to me, it forces me to now get better at what I already got instead of just relying upon the same stuff. And so kind of just seeing this as it is, it's like I still follow this to an extent. And I follow most of it, but I'm trying to add in a little more things that could give y'all better results as well. So be right back. Bet that. I'm looking gonna start this breakdown a little soon, maybe in like the next 10 minutes or so. In like next 10 minutes, I'm gonna get this breakdown started. But yeah, so if y'all see all the workouts I put in the Discord, I put on my story. Go to the Discord, drop it in, go to this channel, and boom, you know what I'm saying? What you gonna call it? Right in the back for the algorithm. Bet that. But yeah, if you see me put a workout in and be like, oh, this is a quad workout, or this is a calf workout, this is an ab workout, go to the structure, pick a structure, incorporate that structure, just to give yourself a structure. Because if you're trying to get better at something with no structure, it's like trying to build a house with no foundation, with no blueprint. How are you supposed to build a house? You know what I'm saying? Like, how are you supposed to actually build and get better at something? How are you supposed to get stronger? It ain't gonna happen. So just, if y'all need some sort of direction, some sort of, you know what I'm saying, guidance, structure in your workouts, boom, check one of these out. This is what I usually do. And most of these workouts would be isometrics. Most of them would be ISOs. It usually be a quad ISO, maybe some sort of calf ISO, or full range, right? Full range of motion, controlled sets to where I'm learning how to control my entire range through like some sort of calf raise, like for example, a seated calf raise. And ab workouts, don't usually do ISOs on the ab workouts. I have a couple of them that target like oblique and like that lateral flexion, but outside of that, I don't really got too many ISOs in terms of that. Usually it's rotational strength, and then just like maybe some balance stuff, but I haven't done it too much. I need to get back to it. But yeah, so peep the structure. If you need something to work out on, boom, right there. I don't even think I got the commands in the chat. Look, damn, this shit really that different. I don't even think I got chat commands in here no more because it's a whole different streaming shit. So it's like, damn, I forgot I was about to put the command shit, but damn. I don't know. I may just have to kind of get used to this. I may just have to get used to this for the time being, but low-key, I'm about to get to this breakdown, though. I'm going to get to this breakdown right now. Let's see. All right. Let's get this started. And low-key, what I might do now, though, is I want to play. I'm gonna put on a little instrumental in the background, right? Just to put on a binaural beat in the background. On the fact that I don't like the little slow motion sound all the time. So have some little going on in the background. The binaural beat also as well. It's a 40 hertz binaural beat. I be using binaural beats all the time. So if I'm about to go to sleep, if I'm trying to study, or if I'm about to go study, I'm going between tasks, binaural beat. The way it's able to shift your mental in ways is which could enhance certain things. So like say your memory, or could be able to kind of help trigger that circadian rhythm, help you sleep or something like that. You know what I'm saying? It could be able to do so many different things. Like just do your own little research if you want to. But I chose a little 40 hertz because what 40 hertz does is it enhances memory, improves focus, provokes like thought, thinking, and cognitive abilities. So like I'm about to play this in the background, I was gonna be able to do this instead of have it as the the sound from what's already in there. So I'm gonna just have this little light in the background though, lightly. I'm gonna have the game on mute. I think I'm gonna let it rock like that, because it's usually loud. So boom, I'm gonna rock with it like that. Let me get this posted on my story, and we about to get straight to it. This shit do feel weird though, streaming on YouTube. I just gotta see if this shit work and see how this shit really feel like. All right, boom. Let's get here. Here, boom. All right, hold on. Let me get this post on Instagram right quick. Oh, my shit been muted. My shit was muted. My bad. Let's start off with Haliburton, though. There's a lot of shit. In this game. And one thing I really do want to emphasize in this, though, is how perfect Tyrese makes his pick and roll reads. One, and then two, the Pacers' pace, which is ridiculous. Like, it's funny that the word pace is literally in the Pacers. Like, they literally playing with the fastest pace. Play no defense. They always take the first shot. But better shown than said. So let's get to it, though. So, beat that turnover by DeJounte Murray, though, right? Boom, turnover. Look how fast they getting the ball in bounds, right? That was probably a cool 1-2 seconds, right? Got the ball out like that. Extremely quick, right? And at this point now, though, right, I want you to understand how he makes his reads when he's going into these pick and rolls, right? So, boom. Understand, Capella was the read on that situation, right? Capella was the read. Because what's going on up here, this is second nature. Tyrese is thinking, where am I setting my teammates up to be? And where can I send this pass to for someone to directly score, right? And so now reading Capella in this situation, ball fake. Notice what Capella does on this ball fake. Step in. He's not even trying to necessarily even fake out the person up there. He's also trying to fake out that help to make him think that he's going to send the ball to that roll. But in reality, that ball is going to the corner because Capella decided to pick the roll instead of picking to stay with the person in the corner. Fantastic pick and roll read right there. And now defensively with Tyrese. Something I don't know all y'all peeped, or no, we all peeped, but him always getting picked on defensively. And so, yo, what's good, P? What's good? You just in time. So, boom, he gets to switch on DeAndre Hunter, right? And now he's always going to get sought out as a mismatch, right? But if the pace that they play at, you won't see it too much because the ball is in, the ball is out. The other teams are also taking quick shots as well. So it's not going to be too much of a half-court offense game, right? And so that's what happened here with Atlanta as well. They kind of played into that same scheme of we take the first shot. And they were hitting shots as well, just weren't able to win. But now when it comes down to Tyrese, though, right? He's going to be caught in these situations oftentimes to where that first shot is going to be a shot that's taken on him, right? Instead of that shot being taken elsewhere. Just will go perfectly for the stream. This shit feels weird, Pete, being on YouTube instead of being on Twitch. This shit feels way different. Love your time, contact, keep going. Appreciate the support. You already know where to find me. If you got any questions, also, where you from? Do you hoop? And what's your game like? Also, because YouTube is now a different community, different space. You know what I'm saying? I don't know everybody that be on here. So let me know though. And so as a defender, we all see Tyrese get picked on, get exploited, but I'm gonna point something else out later as we begin to see more defensive clips as to how we could actually get better. All right, I'm gonna point it out a little later on. And so this is another thing they ended up falling into, right? Miscommunications. Because with Tyrese being the person they want to pick on, and say Obi Toppin in the situation thinking, all right, let's just switch everything. But Tyrese thinking, let me just stay on who I have because I don't want to switch onto somebody who's going to attack me, right? Kind of now just leaves me at the point where there's no communication entirely because Obi Toppin is premeditating what you're going to do, right? But you shouldn't do that on the fact that you must always communicate and understand who you're playing with and not assume. So ultimately, boom, no switch, no stay, no nothing like that. They both stick on the one, get burned. And now these reads right here. I want you to peep these reads. I want you to peep these weak side reads. It's crazy, right? Because look, what's going on up here, he already reads this, right? He's just reading Bogdanovich. What is Bogdanovich going to do? Step over on Toppin, right? All the way over on the nail. He jumps this pass to send it to the corner. That's a jump pass with intent. And that's where a lot of players get this confused, right? They think my coach tells me never to jump the pass, but it's always because they tell you not to jump the pass because you always jump the pass as a last resort. Haliburton jumps the pass because he knows exactly where he wants to send the ball and what is open, right? Bogdanovich steps all the way in. I could jump this pass, find a different lane for the pass to get there, and now Buddy Hield only playing off the closeout, off of spot ups, boom, straight to the lane, lay. And so also Buddy Hield. Buddy Hield is also another reason why Tyrese Haliburton has a crazy number of assists because he just plays off the spot up. He's not sitting in there, ISO play, nothing like that, getting the ball stuck in the hands of one player. He just catches, boom, few dribble moves, he's getting straight to what he needs to do. And now Haliburton is able to reap the benefits because he just finds them, puts them in great positions, and he just gets his spots. Now right here, once again, right? Boom, same concept on the reads though, right? Same concept on the reads. So Miles Turner with the screen going right? And now reading this, I can't have this lob over the top because if I put this ball in the air a little too long, Johnson's going to have a good chance of being able to get a hand on that, right? And so now let me swing it to the corner so he can send it down there to Turner. But on Obi Toppin's part, all because that's what he saw up there and what would be open, you now have to also make the read on this pass, right? Seeing Johnson stepping over, and should I throw this to his inside hand or that outside hand, right? Should I throw it to that right or to that left? Because by throwing that more towards that right side, Johnson's able to get a hand on that. And even just reading that play in its entirety, if you do not throw that pass, say, just directly here, you could be able to even read this weak side and see what's going on. And so, all because it was there to start doesn't mean it will be there forever. And so you got to be able to read Johnson as well in that situation. And now, boom, let's peep the reads though, right? I'm gonna get this one to full speed though. So, boom, roll by Turner, right? With the roll by Turner, 1 help, 2 help, 3 help. This roll really won't be there because everybody else on this weak side is even spaced, right? And so there's also three defenders, and there's not many lanes to throw this ball except for a lob to a place where there's 3 defenders. Not the greatest thing to do, right? And so now it puts Haliburton in a position where I just got to go and get a bucket. On the fact that the shot clock is low, though, right? Peep that. The time on the shot clock. How much time is left? So, boom, 5 seconds. I got to cook something up. Like I told y'all, Haliburton's a fantastic mover, right? I don't think a lot of people understand, right? He may have that little hitch, but having his movement at the same time, that movement gives him the space for him to be able to have that hitch and for it to work. So that's one thing I don't think a lot of people understand, like how well he moves and how shifty he is for himself. He's not like Kyrie shifty or nothing like that, but he's just going to get to the shit that works for him. And so now, once again, understanding these reads, right? Stupid space. Understanding who he is as a player, right? And so Turner sets his screen going to his right side. Boom. Okongwu steps over, right? And he's still reading this and understand how long that ball is sitting in his hands as he's getting to that right side. So, ball hangs. Just to make this real for Okongwu. Okongwu goes out. Boom, stepping right there just to get that gap onto Johnson, who's still recovering, and then he bites. He's great at leveraging angles, right? And I want to compare this to Tyrese Maxey as well, right? Because Tyrese Maxey, when it comes down to him, he's going to be able to use all that speed he has to be able to get downhill, and it's going to make defenders automatically panic, right? In Tyrese's case, he's able to essentially get the same result just by leveraging pace and leveraging angles, right? Slow down the pace. Jalen Johnson, half step right there, you bite on that thinking I'm going to take that gap to the rim. But in reality, boom, I don't want it. And also understand this as well, right? The passing angle in the situation. So, because if Haliburton says, all right, boom, let me get right, and I want to get it back to Miles Turner, who's popping, Johnson right here is on this side. So if he wants to really throw this with the right, it'll have to be a behind the back pass or over the top, right? But throwing it over the top, that's a lot of time for the defender to be able to get their hands up and be able to get a deflection or even a steal. So now essentially he's playing with this gap down here, creates all this space just off that cross step. And then he gets into that shot, hitches it a little bit. But if we're being honest, that shot, that release is fairly quick. Like I don't even see that hitch as something as to that really slows down the shot. Like just see it in real speed. It looks funky, but it's not like he's holding up here, jumping, and then letting it go. The amount of time it takes for the ball to actually wind up and then get here and out of his hands, it really doesn't take that long. It's just unconventional is the thing. So, and now boom. Understand reads again. Understand reads again. Understand reads again. But this one Haliburton hated. He hated this one. So let's go out this way, right? So Buddy Hield, understand personnel, understand spacing, right? Going to his right side. Buddy Hield on the left, right? Big man also on that left, right? On the left of the screener, I should say. And so now he rejects this and doesn't have to face the screener's defender. Gets left and goes to a help defender who doesn't want to help all the way over because they're guarding Buddy Hield. And now that he's getting down to the rim, he's reading Okongwu down here who's going to the rim to help a little more, right? Toppin shakes up. And at this point, he passes this up. And the reason Haliburton really doesn't like this is because they always like to take that first shot. If you open, shoot it. That's really the way they work. Even though Toppin's like 30% on the season, that's the way they work. And so ultimately, boom, swing. They're being a little too unselfish, which results into them turn the ball over, right? This is why they take that first shot always. They want to get as many shots as bad as they can. They want to be able to outrun you, outscore you. Forget the defense part. We're just going to really just try to outscore you, bro. And so now ultimately, not even just a turnover, right? They get right back down. Bogdanovich, boom, hits a three from the corner. And so that's what really makes those turnovers on the other side tough. It's because it doesn't even really stem from us not getting back on defense. It stems from that one shot getting passed up. And essentially, like, this is kind of funny to say, but that unselfishness has now become something as to which has been a detriment to them and what they're doing, to where we always want to take that first shot. If we got it right now, take it. But since that one person didn't take it, the next two didn't take their shot and decided to try to pass up and get a better one, which led to a turnover. It's kind of weird to think about. Like, their contagiousness of unselfishness actually hurt them. And usually for most teams, it helps them. So, but that's just their style of play. And I feel as though the Pacers are like one good piece away. Like, if they could find one person that could really play in the style, like that could also be an all-star, they could really be some trouble, right? They could be some trouble, especially if that person could not just play in that style offensively, but guard as well. They could be, they'll be a tough team to beat. Tough team to beat. Once again, too. I also want y'all to peep this too when it comes down to this play in itself, right? Boom, right there. Now he gets a switch on to Bogdanovich. And notice how long the ball is going to be in his hands as he comes off the screen, right? Look. That hang. That hang does so much for him when he comes off these screens because it gives him more time to read. So, as he gets here, like I said, this coverage, he already sees it. He's reading his weak side. What's going on over here? And as I hang this ball, it gives me more time, right, to be able to make the read that's going on there, but the pass gets fired off quicker, right? Because he's able to get here, hang, and instead of having to dribble the ball, hit the floor, get back up to my hand and swing it, it's already in my hand. Boom, straight out my hand. I hit my teammate in the corner, wide open. Then boom, hit from the corner. And now once again with Obi Toppin, right? Obi Toppin. And that's why you really do just shoot that first one. He was in his head a little too much, right? He was in his head a little too much. I feel as though he was on that first one. Kind of saying, I'm not necessarily a shooter right now. I can't hit it. Let me not do it, right? But the fact of you even showing eyes to shoot and players playing this much help off of Haliburton, right? And now you make these catches. A big man really don't be paying attention too much. Like, they're not that great at closing out. And Toppin playing the 4 or even the 5 at times with a big closing out on you, they may bite on a lot of these head fakes. So now ultimately it's just Obi Toppin down the lane, lay. Just because a big was undisciplined. Not necessarily even being able to know the fact that, oh, damn, he's only a 28, 30% free three-point shooter. I don't need to jump, right? He's making a long closeout, so now his head's not in the right place for him to make the proper closeout. Reads again. reads again. Do you understand the type of reads dude be making, bro? Do you understand some of the type of reads he be making, bro? Like it really be ridiculous. Like when you think about it, like in terms of the speed, but it really has just become drill work to the point where it's like damn near perfection. Like his proper read make as he's going about these plays is probably like 90%. Like 90% of the time he's probably making the right read. And it's really think about it like this. It's like he's getting the same test over and over again. So say like you're in school, right? And your teacher told you to prepare for this subject, right? And prepare, it's like a math test, as a matter of fact. It's like a math test. So say for example, your math teacher tells you, oh, we got a test on this, and you're gonna have to know this equation. But the only thing when you take this test that's gonna change is the variables, right? That's the only thing that's gonna change. Equation, same thing. Question, the way it may be worded a little different. Only the variables may change. What number is what, right? And so that's what really Tyrese Haliburton is with the pick and roll, to where I may get off the screen, I'm seeing different coverages. I just got to be able to read the proper player so I can be able to make the right read and make the right play, right? And so getting off of here, boom, jump pass Bogdanovich. That jump pass, a lot of people would think, oh, that jump pass is bad for an offensive player. But in reality, Haliburton's jump passes are controlled, and it's really to put pressure on the defensive player. Because understand what it's really going to do to Bogdanovich, right? Because a lot of people think the jump pass is bad, but it's not if you really know how to use it. And so by Haliburton jumping in the air right now, it forces Bogdanovich to think he only has one option right now, which is to pass to Turner. But Haliburton reads the fact that Bogdanovich steps over, right? And I send this to the corner. Instead of only having one option, he's able to make the read with that jump. And that jump really gives him a whole new angle for him to make another pass. So ultimately, it's like, damn, like, his jump pass, like, if I understand the fact that I could be able to jump pass, right, I could get myself in situations where I know I have this read and that read, right? If they take away this, then boom, I have this other one. But if they take away this other one, boom, I have this one. And so you just gotta jump the pass with a purpose. Understand what you're reading at certain points of time. And now right here, drawing fouls though, right? I want y'all to notice the angles as to why these plays right here are fouls. So boom, watch Jalen Johnson's angle, right? So the fact that he broke his base, right? One, and then two, tried to cut him off is the only reason why this ended up being a foul, right? And I like that angle because you can really see as to how they're moving, right? So boom, defensive base opens up the hips. Now he's sprinting. That bump, boom, right there. Love it or hate it, it's a foul. And so now just thinking about that right there, think about that with Maxey. Maxey he doesn't get those calls a lot, at least from some of the games I've seen. He doesn't get them every single time, but he gets defenders in that same position every single time. And so I'm gonna emphasize this a little later, but on Maxey's part, if he's able to like just get players in that position, do that same type of shit Embiid even does and gets the fouls on every single time. And once the refs decide to start calling those fouls for him consistently, that's another like 3-4 points, less energy I have to exert, meaning I could be more efficient with my shots. And like he's already getting 26. Maxey, imagine him with more free throws. So I'm gonna talk about that a little later though. But peep this though, made bucket, right? Look how quick they're getting the ball in bounds. This is literally as if this is a transition play. This is like it's a fast break because they have two defenders who have not gotten back at all. And Tyrese's main defender is not even back, right? And so now he's at the point where I get around this elbow and notice how much attention I have. Every player on the floor, Capella, Young, Johnson, Murray, Hunter, right? And so how many plays could I make? Any one of them if I want to. So now he just gets here, boom, skip, Mathurin, hit him on the wing, not even a closeout. And that's why the Pacers score so many goddamn points. They turn times where teams make buckets into another transition opportunity so they could get an even better look even earlier in the shot clock in comparison to other teams. So now it's not even we got to go against a set defense. We got to get this player here, that player there, this player there. Everybody's gone, right? As the defense is still trying to get back and get back set, they just simply can't get set. It's just how it is, bro. It's just the fact you're just trying to outscore teams is like, damn, like we just getting everything out. We going every single time. It's like, damn, that's just, yeah, y'all got it, bro. Y'all got it. And now once again defensively, on the same fact that you allow them to get so many good looks off, right, by also playing fast, understand you're going to allow for shots like this to happen. On the fact that you allow them to build momentum and build rhythm, right? Because if they're getting a lot of quick shots, that means you're also trying to get back on defense. They may get 3-4 layups, right? Easy jumpers. And now you get upset right here, hang your head, right? On the fact that they hit tough shots, but understand that's what's going to come with the type of offense that you bring, right? We're going to take if we're going to take quick shots, we're going to make y'all take quick shots, and then times we're not going to get back, you're going to get easy shots, and then they build rhythm, and now these tough shots that shouldn't go in are going to go in because they have rhythm. And now, boom, right here, once again. These reads, it's just textbook reads, bro. It's textbook reads. It's textbook reads. And so in a situation like this, not many times, even throughout this entire time, we haven't seen Haliburton be able to make the lob pass into the middle for the roll because they've tagged in every single time, right? But understand who's usually going to be the tag in this situation. It would be Capella, right? He'll be the one that should step up, but since he's a big, he's late on this step up, meaning that he could throw this into the middle. And now the ball being in the middle, you just have options as to where you want to throw the ball next. And Hunter has to guard 2 over the span of maybe 30 feet, right? This is good luck, right? Good luck. And the person that should rotate back next to say if he does make this closeout would be Murray, but Buddy Hield wide open, knocks it down. And so he's just literally making the same type of reads over and over. Only thing that's changing, like I said, is like the variables. Like you taking a math test, bro. And now defensively though, right? On Haliburton's part, like you when you see Haliburton play defense, it's just like he's just there. Like he's not trying to make somebody go somewhere. Like he's not trying to dictate. He's not trying to take you to where you're uncomfortable. He's just there, right? And so even on a possession like this, screen gets there. I know communication is there as well. No positioning prior to. I just get hit. Now I'm trying to play, and I'm just in bad positioning. Boom, pocket. He gets to lane. Boom, and one. So little things like, oh, let me get myself positioned when the screen comes up, so then I could be able to recover better on the other side and take away this pocket pass even, right? Just little things like that Haliburton could do. And as well, there's another thing I'm going to point out later on. Now right here, transition, once again, boom, right? Understand this though. You seen that pass, right? I don't think y'all understand how late the defense actually reacted to that pass and why Bruce Brown was able to get a good enough look off to be able to knock that down so early. Look, the reason as to which Tyrese Haliburton does this head turn right here, even though nobody's in the corner, right? That's the funny thing about this whole play. Like as to when any player does this, right? Look, Haliburton, no look pass to nobody who's in the corner. But the reason why he did that is because Johnson right there and how late he reacted. So look at this, right? It's not going to be until the ball leaves his hand, right? And not just leaves his hand, but it's halfway there that Johnson is able to say, oh, that's where the ball's going. But had Haliburton stared him down the entire time, stared down Bruce Brown, Johnson would have been able to see that pass coming way early, right? And just off the fact of that, he'll be able to get there and get a better hand and take away that three-point shot. Now this right here defensively with Haliburton. This is where you could actually have some imprint and some impact on defense, right? Is if he's just able to do that, right? Not block shots, of course, right? The concept, right? The concept. Boom, you chase over the screen, get yourself a better angle to recover, you're getting right back into it. But now here though, your length, his size. He's like 6'6". I don't know necessarily what his wingspan is, but I know when you're going against other guards, it's not so bad to the point where I can't be able to do anything. Like he's already 6'6", right? And so I feel once Tyrese Haliburton is able to learn how to use his size and his length as a defender, right? And the speed that he does have on his feet, because you see him move on offense. It's like, damn, he's quick as shit. Once he's able to apply that in a lateral plane, mix that in with his length, that's when he could be a good defender. And then as you continue to just guard, you're going to build the instincts, and if you watch the film, you're going to understand little positioning, little tricks from even other players as well. So the length part of it, and then once you apply that quickness in that lateral plane, that's when Haliburton is going to be able to become not be a defensive liability. And now, boom, you're getting down to this other side. And notice the read once again on Jalen Johnson. It's just so sharp. This might not even be intentional, but this was timely, extremely timely, right? And so now, drag screen by Turner. You already got Murray out to play. Now my read is the help, right? Drop player right here. Don't worry about that. I'm reading Johnson. And notice the timing of this pass, right? Johnson, hop out to the right side. Boom, that's your commitment. You showing me that you hopped and get in my lane, that shows you're not taking away this corner. So now, boom, I swing to my teammate. He plays off the spot up, and that's exactly why Tyrese Haliburton hoards so many assists. All the players around him play off the spot up, right? That's why you don't see a player like Benedict Mathurin in the game so much, but I'm going to get to that in a second. Give me a few more minutes. We're going to talk about Mathurin, because I know all y'all probably be peeping like Mathurin is like, yo, he dumb nice. Like, probably even heard stuff about him last season, like he's all the getting buckets and everything, and then even in the off season at times, like he'd be having some videos up and shit, but you're like, damn, you don't play that as much as you would think. But it's just the style of play that he doesn't necessarily fit, and I'm gonna show you exactly why a little later. But let's go back to the top of this. Same concept right here on this pick and roll. Boom, Murray behind me, don't gotta worry about that. Drop coverage, already know that, right? And now this help, right? Let me read this help. Look at Trae Young, steps out to the right. Now, you stepping to the right and me throwing this pass to what would be Trae Young's left, he won't be able to get a hand on that. On the fact that he's already like 6'2" with a 6'2" wingspan, right? And now I throw it to the other side and you got to redirect your momentum to be able to get a hand on that. Good luck, right? He's just reading the help every single time, seeing how they react, and then he's already ready to fire that ball off out of his hands because he's taking minimal dribbles and maintaining the amount of time in which the ball is just sitting in his hand so he can just fire it off. Once again, this is where he started. He was heating up in the third. This is one of the few threes where he having. I was like, damn, they was down big time too. I'm pretty sure if you peep the score as I was going along, you'll probably notice that they was down like 20 at certain points, right? It was down around that area, right? So understand, if you try to just leave him space to shoot, 43% 3-point shooter, knocking them down. So it's not like, oh, I could just drop back, boom, oh, we good. No, it ain't gonna work like that. It'll be done. You'll be cooked if you try to do that. By 17, they probably, bro, hold on, wait. I gotta peep. Come on, bro. I be trying to tell y'all, bro. This is my Orlando Magic stream coming super soon, bro. Magic breakdown coming super soon, bro. Y'all be playing, bro. Mo Wagner with 20, bro. P, when are y'all gonna respect them? When are y'all gonna respect them, bro? When? I just want y'all to be able to say they can make the playoffs. That's all I'm striving for. Improvement by the year, bro. Improvement by the year. This is what, 6-game winning streak. And you know what was even funny about this too? I be watching like shit like Gil's Arena. I be watching every now and then. I'll just hear a random Orlando Magic stray. I'm like, Magic? Like what the fuck they get in the conversation talking about sorry teams play the Magic? Wait, you just ain't peeping. Paulo 23, 8-5. Mo Wagner 27. Franz Wagner with 17, 7-6. Like, come on, bro. Y'all need to lock in, bro. Y'all need to lock in. Let's get right back to it though. Let's get right back to it. Hey P, honestly, do you like YouTube streaming or Twitch more? Do you like YouTube more or Twitch? So again, we're still gotta know how that feels. Wait, the Rockets were the Rockets on a 6-game win streak? Were the Rockets are one of them? Cause if there wasn't 6, it must have been like 5 or 4. I know there was 6-3 at one point, but I don't know if they still that anymore. But we 11-5 right now. I'm just aiming for a cool. If we could be 40 wins even, so 44-38. I can see a 44-38 season. If we could stick right around this range right here, 44-38, stay about 500 the rest of the way. Shit, we in a good spot. We in a good spot. And mind you, also, we're missing Fulton, Wendell Carter. I'm pretty sure they ain't play either. Where is it at? Yep, no Fultz, no what you call it? No Fultz, no Wendell Carter. Still cooking, still frying, bro. Still frying. Y'all need to just peep. Y'all just need to start peeping, man. Y'all need to peep. Let's get back to this though, right? Now peep Tyrese though, right here. Look, watch what you about to do, DeAndre Hunter. Bait him. That's that little play right there, right? That's where that pass fake comes in. You see Tyrese do that a lot. And I think he has one of them on DeAndre Hunter as well. So he's about to get a taste of how it's supposed to be like in those situations in himself. And like this right here, like I said, they gonna take the first shot every single time down the floor. If you gotta look, shoot it. If you don't shoot it, you'll probably get yelled at because that's not how we're supposed to play. So boom, shoots that one, little flail a little bit, still knocks it down. He's going stupid this third quarter. And so right here, boom. You seen that cross? Tough cross. This is one of his go-tos, one of his signatures. It's all cool. It feels weird to me right now. I ain't gonna lie. But right now, just streaming on YouTube, it's like, damn, it feels a little different. On the fact that like the little, like the way as to which the chat looks like, the way as to which the vibe is entirely. But I'm gonna see how it feels like for over a week or so. So, and low key, I might on Monday, I might do a LaMelo breakdown on Monday. I need to watch LaMelo super soon. By the way, though, look at this crossover, though, right? Watch Haliburton's crossover. The two components of a cross that you need. The two components. Let me go even slower so y'all can actually be able to see it, right? The two things of a crossover that you always need, right? First things first. Look, low. You need your crossover to be low because when that hand is there, you need to get it underneath that hand, right? And then two, you need to get it wide because once that hand goes from being low, it's gonna try to get out wide to be able to get that 2K strip, right? And if you're able to have it low and wide, you'll be able to get in a position right there where you'll be able to get foul calls. So every single time you make that cross, low, wide, that's how you're able to keep it protected. And that also really starts with you getting a low base. If you don't have a low base and you just try to make the crossover all arms, good luck. It's going to be tough for you to have it low enough and be able to get it wide enough. So make sure you have it low, wide, and then also have that low base as well. Now right here with Trae Young. This is not no Tyrese Haliburton at all, but this is just Trae Young. I just want y'all to notice this. All right, notice how he's able to handle the pressure of a double team, right? Bruce Brown, Miles Turner show. Boom, hesitation right there on the pass. Boom, hesitation once again on that pass. And now, boom, he's able to make a clean pass down there. Now, really notice how much space he's able to create in this next clip, right? You're going to be able to see it even better, right? Notice where Bruce Brown is. Jumps out, boom. Now he's able to get a little more space. Once again, pass, hezzy. Now he's getting more space. Using a little pass, hezzy, to then make the defenders think you're going to pass that ball. Because as a defender in a double team, you're in the situation, right? And you're practically on go, ready for any pass that's going to be thrown because you want them to turn the ball over, right? And so anytime you see something that's just going to insinuate the fact that you may pass, you're going to jump out on that. And so now ultimately, he's able to just read that floor in that time and find Clint Capella down low with his player that's guarding him sealed. Then boom, right here once again. The timing on this. Boom. Wow. That shit be so, it's so timely. It's so timely, bro. It's shit's super timely. Capella called that switch too, right? Capella called that switch, right? So boom, switch off Murray, he got Capella, right? And at this point, Trae Young's communicating to Capella, telling him screens coming up, screens coming up. So look what Capella's head's about to do, right? He turns and looks off to the side to use his peripheral so he could see the ball and see the screen coming up, right? But little does he realize Haliburton could pull this. Hands in his pockets, shot going up. Even though he has a hitch, it's about the timeliness as to which he shoots, as to which that hitch can work. And so although you're like, oh, this looks all ugly up here, that it really don't matter at that point. What it really boils down to is his ability to be in those situations and understand when I can be able to get a shot off and when I can't. Now right here, peep that right there by Turner, right? Telling his teammates exactly where he needs to be. And remember I told y'all that little pass fake? Remember I told y'all that little pass fake? You're going to show him how you need to use a pass fake, right? That's how you're supposed to use a pass fake. He be killing with this too. He really be killing with this. So Turner tells Neesmith, all right, stay corner, so we could allow this roll to happen, have somebody plug in on this weak side, right? And so boom, slips out on this, tag occurs. So the roll is no longer there, right? And so now I just got help. And I also have Buddy Hield on this wing. And so I'm going to get in this range down here, pass fake out, because I know you're going to bite, because that is Buddy Hield sitting right there on the outside. You don't even want to commit. I'm just going to give you something so you can bite on it. I'm just going to tease you, right? And boom, fooled you out, hook on the run. That's tough. No backboard, no nothing. Just touch, tough bucket. And now right here, you need to understand spacing at this point in time. Those screens be tricky. They be really tricky. If you don't understand where you are at a certain point in time, good luck. If you don't understand, right? And so understand this. Cross screen occurs and you're in the middle of the floor. Being in the middle of the floor, you have no help from these sides, right? Corner attached, nobody's going to be in the paint helping, right? And so understanding that, I now have to make sure I'm either going to switch this early or I'm just going to stay underneath and protect the rim, right? Because somebody has to protect the rim and prevent Bogdanovich from having the lane down. So ultimately, you've seen Haliburton staying on that side, thinking that there may be help down low, but there isn't no help. So now, boom, pass gets fired over the top, lay right there by Bogdanovich. Another pick and roll. Understand reads. Understand reads. Ability to not sell something before it's even there, right? And this has really been built off of all the gravity that he's had on all the other screens that occurred prior to. So understand this though, right? He's able to get right. Boom. Bogdanovich is already sitting in help, right? He's already sitting in help, not even just on the line, but even up the line as well. So he could be able to tag high for this role. But Lil doesn't even realize I'm now guarding Obi Toppin, right? He's not just going to sit in the corner and shoot every single time. If he could see your back, he could cut, boom, lob, you're done. And so now Haliburton sees that the whole time, doesn't give it away, doesn't look up way too early to the point Bogdanovich could begin to backpedal and take that away. He's already there. Good luck jumping with Obi Toppin. Head was literally at the rim. Another transition play. Another transition. Peep this though, right? Hezzy. Hezzy. You know, look. I want y'all to see how this develops though, right? Transition. Notice where he Hezzy's from. Hash mark. That's like what, 35 feet or some shit? 32 or something? Hezzy, he bit on it in transition. Gives it up, boom, swing McConnell. Ultimately, McConnell passes this up, and it's going to get right back to Haliburton up here, right? And so now, ball screen occurs. Okongwu, drop coverage. Haliburton has hit like 3, 4, 5 threes at this point. So guess what he's going to do now? Pull up from deep, 7 on the clock. This doesn't hurt us at all. We always take the first look, right? And McConnell passed up the look over there. So I ain't going to pass up the one now. I ain't going to be stingy. We got to get shots up. We got to get running. This not a bad shot even now, though, because he's cooking right now. And now he got him strutting and shit. He got him dancing a little bit. He got a few more heat checks. He got a few more. But peep this. This is a crazy read. Crazy read. Crazy read. Hold on. Yo, what's good, RJ? What's good? What's good? Been a minute? It has been a minute, but we on YouTube with it. We about to see how this turned out. I don't think I've been struck with no copyright shit thus far. If I had, this shit would have shut off. But this read right here, RJ, what you been on though? High school season started? Hoop season started? But look. Hold on. This is a gem. It's crazy. Look. Haliburton and Okongwu on the switch, right? Matthews telling him to push up, send the help up, right? But look, Bogdanovich sitting in the lane. Hops out, steps out. Right now, Haliburton sees that, fires it straight to Obi Toppin. He's playing in an isolation situation up here, right? And he's not even worried about the player that he's guarding. That's already light work. Let me read this help because you already put yourself out of position. And so now I can just fire that straight down to Obi Toppin. And so you'll come to understand that these really good scorers don't even worry about the player that's in front of them. They read the help, right? They just read the help. Instead of worrying about, what move am I going to hit him with right now? How am I going to get space? That shit's already second nature. I've been playing one-on-one my whole life, right? I could get a bucket on one person any day of the week at any point in time. What it really boils down to is the second, third, fourth, and fifth defenders that are on the floor. Y'all play a game yet? The games actually start? And then this right here. I want to talk about Trae Young right here, though, right? Look. Shot from the corner, right? Boom. Swing to Trae Young. Haliburton jumps the lane, right? So meaning, once you get here into the paint, Haliburton is so far out to play that if you kick this out, they're going to be in rotation, right? But look what happens. Down the lane, I try to get a lay instead of kicking it out, right? And now I get blocked. Now we get the ball out. Haliburton already down. Boom. Shot. Right? Now simply, right? Let's finish this bucket out though, right? Simply if you did this. If Young ended up getting down here into the paint, kicking it out to this weak side, who's going to be the rotation on the second pass? Not the first, right? First pass is going to be Mathurin. And Matherin's already so far down already that it's even going to make an effort to close out on this first pass, right? You throw this first one, probably be open. But if it's not, second pass to the corner. Who's going to get that? No one ain't going to get that. So, ultimately, boom, he sold that possession right there. Now, Haliburton, boom, hits another three. Tough. Pick and roll again. But understand spacing, though, right? I need y'all to understand spacing. Another pick and roll. Nobody's in this corner. Overload to the right, and the screen is coming to the right side as well, right? So now I work my defender right, boom, I get left because my defender doesn't know where my teammates are spaced at this point in time because he could only see what's in front, right? Boom, I get left, lateral dribble, look off the screen, and now notice what I do to now leverage my driving angle as well. Snatch, boom, pickup right there. And you understand how difficult that pickup was right there for Haliburton? Notice what he does with his feet in his rotation. Right? Notice, right? Boom, left. Feet are pointed to the right. This is the base that a lefty needs. But notice how he's able to flip this right here, right? Boom. Shifts it right back just enough so that he can be able to get this shot off and still have that hitch without having to worry about a block, right? If you're able to do your work before you even leave the ground, meaning doing things like getting your feet angled properly, you won't have to jump and rotate through the air. And so little details like that is why Haliburton can be able to get a shot off with that type of hitch and with that type of movement. Is because if he does his work early, he doesn't have to worry too much about trying to make up for that because that hitch already holds him back a little bit. So do that work early, you'll be able to work around certain things. And now I still got him dancing again. Look, fourth quarter, or end of the third quarter, now he's getting double team crazy. And I want to talk about Mathurin though, right? This is where they really just started double teaming him. But Mathurin, remember what I was saying about Mathurin, right? As to why Mathurin is so talented, but he doesn't really get any playing time. Like right there, you see him get a bucket, create his own shot, right? It's because their style of play. It's because these type of buckets right here. It's because these type of buckets, unfortunately, right? Because you'll see him, boom, get here, boom, here, size up. Heads he pull up, you know what I'm saying? But they play too fast for these plays to happen all the time, right? So you can't put Mather in a spot like, oh, give him the rock, let's play slow. Second you do that and begin to get there standing, you can't play fast anymore. So it's just overall it's just gonna be tougher in general. Yo, what's good, Fabio? What's good, Fabio? Also, by the way, whatchamacallit? I haven't got to Maxey's part yet. I haven't got to Maxey. So we still got Maxey's game to go. And mind you, I may end up doing a part 2 of this little Haliburton Maxey dynamic, because this is really a 50-50 split. And let me know what y'all think. Let me know who y'all think is better, right, between Maxey and Haliburton. And so, like, they're both having breakthrough seasons, but I feel as though Haliburton's season, like, was last year already. People just wasn't peeping, right? Especially off the fact that last year, before Haliburton hurt his elbow, right, they were the 4th seed in the Eastern Conference. 4th seed. And it was like a cool 30, 40 games in. I was like, damn, what the hell? They getting wins, right? And so people just ain't peep that. That's all for where they finished instead of for what was actually going on, what they're capable of doing. And so in terms of Maxey and Haliburton, people are actually seeing them like right now on the scene. It's like, oh, who's better? And a lot of people are splitting it and saying Maxey, but it's tough. It's a tough thing to deal with. So I'm gonna be peeping this little dynamic this entire time. But that's a crazy ass play. That's a crazy play. Look, this is a crazy play. Now, remember this though, right? No look pass by Haliburton, right? And so what this is now going to do to the defense is not allow them to recover, or not allow them to be able to react while the ball is still in his hands, right? They're going to react once the ball leaves his hands, right? And understand this from this pass. I don't think y'all understand, right? Let me actually put this in full speed. Halle better point guard, Max better scorer, more crafty. I feel as even though being the point guard, being the playmaker does make you a scorer, because now it's just opening up everything else and making them more efficient. But the question now though, it becomes, is Haliburton a better primary playmaker into a scorer than Maxey is a scorer than going into a secondary playmaker? You know what I'm saying? That really becomes the question, right? Because even just looking at numbers, they're both efficient, but Haliburton is just as efficient at scoring as Maxey, but Maxey isn't as efficient at passing as Haliburton is, right? And so we're comparing 1s and 2s. So Haliburton's 2 is Maxey's 1, which is a scoring, right? And then Haliburton's 1 is Maxey's 2, which is playmaking, right? And Haliburton is able to make up for that scoring and have that same level of efficiency and consistency as Maxey, but Maxey doesn't have that same level of efficiency in playmaking as Haliburton does. But Maxey is a better defender. I'll give him that. As of right now, Haliburton has potential to actually be a solid defender and not be a liability, because he does get picked on, but Maxey doesn't really get picked on. So, but I want y'all to peep this though when it comes down to this. I was gonna say put this in full speed, right? This really could have been a crazy highlight, but that pass is way tougher than most of y'all think, and this is why. Look though, right? So Haliburton's throwing this pass. No looks it. Obi Toppin knows it's coming though, right? But notice the direction. It's going straight, right? And then Obi Toppin has to catch it from going straight on this way and change it 90 degrees with the cuff on the catch while in the air for him to be able to dunk it. And so now he's going to get to a point right here where he doesn't have full control of that cuff, because what it usually is, right? This pass may come from this wing, meaning the ball is thrown this way straight into the hand and it's just redirected the opposite direction. Way easier to cuff. Whereas you got to shift this right here, like this to this. That's a tough thing to do. Tough thing to do. And so now that would have been insane. You seen how high up he already was, head around the rim, but that's just a tough ass pass to catch. I was doing that when I was in the gym one time. I was throwing it off the wall, and that catch to go from here and here, like you need an extra hang time, and then like just a whole different level of hand and ball and wrist control to get that shit off, because you just have to boom, boom, and then also get it to here to where you could go like that, and it's just a tough thing to do. I just peeped the music low-key turned up a little bit for a second. Hold on. Boom, let me throw this over here. keep that like that. Keep that like that. Boom. All right, so yeah, that was tough right there. And now these double teams. Look. This is for y'all point guards. This is point guards like you, Fabio, right? Look. So you getting double teamed, right? And what you never want to do in this situation is close up the space that you already have. Utilize all the space that you have around you, right? And don't try to also get too far to that sideline, because this sideline is another defender. And so ultimately now, count numbers. 1, 2, 3, right? Meaning there's 2 people on this weak side, and then 1, 2 offensive players, meaning there's 3 on this other side as well. So Haliburton, boom. See the velocity on that pass. You see how quick it got there? That's where a lot of y'all be messing up in these situations, right? Let me just put this in full speed so you can understand how quick this pass is, right? Look. Boom. Notice the velocity of this pass. Boom. Throws it with a force, with a purpose, right? So it actually could get to where it needs to get to. A lot of y'all be throwing soft passes that are cross court, which allows players to jump those lanes. You can't do that at all. If you do, turnover, out the game. Your coach is going to yell at you, right? And so now, boom, it opens up that cut right there because the person was playing up the line in the middle. So now, Mathurin, cut, easy layup. Let me slow this back down. Mathurin, I feel like low-key, now that I think about it, he might be in like a Duarte situation. You remember Chris Duarte? Who he was getting buckets with the Pacers like his rookie year. I was like, oh damn, like he could actually be really good. Then the Pacers shipped him out, right? And now it's like Mathurin's here, really skilled, but the way they play with like just their system doesn't necessarily fit that dynamic. And if the Pacers want to be able to take that leap, they need a front court player, right? Someone who could play with Tyrese probably at that four spot, ideally. That could be able to roll with them and be able to just run, play defense, shoot. You know, I'm doing all those little things if they want to consistently play this way as well. So if they want to grab somebody out there on the market, they may throw in Mathurin and that shit, get a couple picks. You know what I'm saying? So it might be tough for him. Do you remember when I said on Monday stream I felt like this was about to be a good ass game? Could it be more right? Oh yeah, this what it was. The thing is, it was a good game because it was so much goddamn scoring. You realize how much, bro? It was 157, 152. Because looking at the numbers, even like prior to the game, I didn't look at it, but I seen it on the screen when it was displayed. Pacers are number 1 in points per game, and the Hawks are number 4. Meaning you're running, you're getting a shit ton of possessions. You know what I'm saying? So looking at it just like that, it's like this is really bound to happen. The only way this doesn't happen is if they're not hitting shots. But they're hitting shots. So especially getting looks where teams are hardly set, the looks are going to be clean, and players at this level, of course. And so just thinking about the way they play this, right? The Clippers need to play the same way. The Clippers need to play the same way the Pacers and like the Hawks play. Just crazy pace, get possessions, because you have the players to outscore any team, right? You have the players. If the Clippers simply said, let's look at the Pacers. Let's get the ball out quick. Let's put Russ at the 1, Harden 2, PG 3, Kawhi 4, whoever at the 5, and let's run. Get it to Russ. We're running every single time. Possessions, get the ball out quick. No team will be able to outscore the Clippers. No team will be able to. And so just thinking about it like that, it's like, damn, why don't they do it? But they decided to sit here and do this all half-court set bullshit, right? Whereas, like, you look at a team like the Pacers, they're able to at least stay 500 or a little above it in that area playing at this way. Imagine a team like the Clippers. You have elite scorers, Kawhi, PG, James. You just got to tell them, take the first shot you got, right? Don't sit here and play and slow the game down. Take the first one you got and just get straight to it. You know what I'm saying? If they do that, they could actually be able to get some wins off, because good luck stopping that shit. Good luck. Yeah, they was trading buckets every possession. I watched it. I watched it all the way through. It was literally like Buddy Hield was stupid clutch though. Buddy Hield was dummy clutch. Buddy Hield had a couple little step backs and little like tough jumpers. Like, you remember the one that he hit? It was like right around in this range. He was in between the 3-point line and the midi. And I was like, damn, it looked like, I was just watching, I was like, it looked like he about to get some shit off, bro. He about to get something off. Then he pulled out. I was like, damn, yeah, he got space. This is all you really need, bro. If you get space, you're good, bro. You good. Just get space. That's all you need, space. You let me get space, we're going to be able to rock with it. So that's the thing with NBA players. They just took so many shots. Don't matter what spot they're on the floor, how far they are from the rim to an extent. If they get space, if they just get the ball here, get some space, knock down. Like, good luck. It'd be tough at that point. Yeah, the punch dribble. Nah, there was another one. I don't know if I have it in here. But there's another one too, though. There's a two that he hit, like right here. I know the three you're talking about, but there's like a long two right here that he hit. But look at this pick and roll read though, right? Double team. It's not even though he didn't even need to go and set a screen. He even needed to go and set a screen. Ideally, this would have been a screen, but boom, this is the same exact situation. You see the double, boom, leverage your angles, jumps the pass with a purpose, knows that he's wide open in this middle, right? So now, boom, Trae Young drops, take away Obi Toppin, hit Bruce Brown on the wing, boom, attack, close out, float. Trae Young tried to take a charge, but he ain't blocking nothing. That same read right there that he took with that situation, same thing like a double team off a screen. Leverage the space, don't close up the space, make the read, find the angle, boom. You can also even fake a pass and make the pass. And right here, DeJounte Murray. Understand the habits of a defender, how you work a defender at certain points. That was a Murray on LeBron playoffs type shot. Hold on, I think I have it as well. I think I have it. You'll see. It was the one where he's like pump fake shot. I was like, damn. They just really couldn't stay on the ground, bro. But look, watch Murray from the start, working him right. He's leading with them right. He's still moving with him right. Now I'm getting left. Flip the stance, getting back left. He's hopping, boom, getting back left. Now, since I worked him right, then I worked him left, I've now opened up this middle. Without giving it up though, right? Without giving it up. So essentially what that working right makes Murray think is that, okay, now he's going to try to get back left because he created a little more space if he's going to try and make a go. So now, boom, I work him back to this left. And now, boom, I get back to that right once again. And then, boom, you flip that stance. I have the lane. Underhand pick up, or low rip through. But most importantly, that pass. That pass, though, right? Notice the timing as to which you made that pass. Right? Because he gets his low rip through. And usually, players will like to take that low rip through and then take their full strides after, then make the read. But he's always making the read. It doesn't matter when I'm going to take a step. It's just a matter of when I can be able to make the pass. He's going to make it at any time. So he throws it off that first step. As soon as Jalen Johnson's right there, boom, give it up. Ain't no time wasted. Just get the ball straight to where it needs to be. Because a lot of players like to see, oh, do I have anything here? Let me see. Oh, let me be a little cute. Drop it. Like, get it out. You know what I'm saying? Just get it out. Stop wasting time. Stop doing all that bullshit. Just get it out. And once again, backcourt. Right? But this right here, turnover. Peep this, though. Peep this, right? So double team comes initially, but Bogdanovich leaves, right? Boom, double cross, get back to his right. And so now he's going to end up throwing the pass back to his left. Both the ball being in his right hand and DeJounte Murray just being a good defensive player, always having active hands. This windup right there, across the body, that little windup that Tyrese has, gives DeJounte Murray enough time to be able to read what's going on. Because also understand the pace, right? Understand the pace, right? They're going fairly slow at this point in time. Ain't no excess speed. So this gives Murray more time to be able to just make reads, right? So now, boom, active hands, ball up high, turnover. And the thing with Tyrese Haliburton as well is that you won't find bad habits. Like, he doesn't really have too many bad habits. There's things as to which he does that he could be able to improve on, of course, get more efficient in. But there's not necessarily anything as to which I've seen thus far that's like, oh, that's a bad habit. He's got to get rid of that. Because when you see players with bad habits, that's the tough part about it. The player being able to be self-aware enough to be able to realize that they have a bad habit and then breaking the habit and building up a good habit. That's really the tough part when it comes down to getting better at anything. And so when you look at Haliburton's game, it's like, oh, there's not many bad habits. when I even look at Maxey, there's only like 1 to 2 things as to which Maxey there's bad habits, or there's habits as to which can make him better. Let me put it like that. But overall, like, that's the good thing about it. Like, you may see Tyrese turn the ball over, but it's not like he's making the wrong reads or he's putting himself in a bad situation a bunch of times. It's the residual turnovers. That's what I like to call them, residual. It just happens in the course of a game. You're gonna end up making a few mistakes. You're gonna end up having some errors. So those are gonna be the ones that you just end up having damn near every game. So, and then right here, peep the screen at Bruce Brown, right? You think they're gonna double team this right here, right? But guess what? That screen never is really set, and Trae Young doesn't even need to go up there and double team because you trust DeJounte Murray guarding him one-on-one, right? If there's somebody else, okay, I may understand a double team, but at this point in time, they ain't put pressure on them to go and make that double team. So now Tyrese Haliburton anticipated a double or a switch, but got neither one of the two, and now it's just going against DeJounte Murray, right? And so now, boom, get to this middle, drop off the Obi Toppin, and like I said, residual turnovers. It happens at times. Ball may slip out, whatever may occur, you know what I'm saying? Now you think he felt they hit the ball out, they ain't hit the rock out. And guess what you got to go do the next time around, right? You got to guard, right? You got to guard. And so, like I said with Tyrese Haliburton, he's not a person who's going to be playing defense and is going to try to send somebody to their weakness, right? He's not going to try to control, not try to dictate. He's just going to kind of be there, right? And ultimately, that type of defender is somebody that's going to get cooked every time. And so once Haliburton as a player understands, oh, shoot, I'm 6'6", right? I have a solid wingspan in comparison to a lot of these guards, and I'm damn near as quick as these guards, right? Linearly, but let me translate that quickness laterally to the point where I could be able to stay in front of any player that I'm going against, right? Use my length, close up the gap, and also I have enough speed, so if I do want to close up the gap even more, right? He needs to learn how to move laterally. Instead of learning how to move like forwards, backwards, right, with these lateral dribbles or whatnot, learn how to move laterally as a defender. So once he learns that, he'll be able to prevent those plays right there. Whereas just, oh, I'm just waiting for you to do something, and you may get caught slipping. Got caught slipping, boom, try to hit the three. By the way, hold on. This shit turned off as well. I just realized. But boom, hold on. All right, there. All right, boom. Let's get back to it though. Late game though, right? Another late clock situation. This should be ridiculous. The amount of fucking buckets they be getting. I don't think it was necessarily this one. There's another one right after this. I was a dummy though. All right, there's another one after this. And so, understand, right? Look. Hold on, let me go from this end of this though, right? Boom. Trae Young hits the bucket, right? Look, Haliburton, don't care. It might have slipped. I got to go get it back. Trae Young celebrating, thinking the game is over, but there's going to be like 10 more possessions throughout the rest of this game with a minute and a half, right? And so now at this point, boom, screen happens. And now, in the middle of the floor, look at the attention that he has. 1, 2, 3. He's not even focused on his defender. Don't even matter at this point, right? And so now on this weak side, right? Trae Young falling asleep, right? Switch happens, jump out. Ice Trae, like that shit don't even matter no more. It's about how were you able to get that get back, like Haliburton did after slipping on that one play. So you may hit a dagger shot, but understand the flow of the game. Like in this time like this, you know this shit fast paced. I gotta be on my toes. You know what I'm saying? I gotta be on my P's and Q's. I gotta make sure I'm sharp. If I'm not, I'm probably gonna get burned like it was right here. I think this might have been one of the ones. Oh yeah, this is the one you was talking about, P. This is the one you was talking about. And so all you want to say this about Buddy Hield though, right? This is really one of, like the perfect piece to have next to Tyrese for him to get these assists. Because the way as to which he gets his buckets, right? He's not gonna play with it. He's not gonna size up. He's not gonna jab here. Like he's just gonna get straight to it, right? You know what I'm saying? He's gonna use minimal dribbles. Boom, create space, shot. Nothing extra. So now Tyrese is getting assists off of those plays right there as well. So along with the catch and shoot, along with the pump fake, boom, 2 dribbles, floater, pull up, whatever it might be, he's getting all these other plays as well when it's time just to go and get a bucket. Because his bag is just condensed, you know? Oh yeah, and this is the last clip. This is the last clip for Haliburton, right? Last one. So boom, switch on to Trae Young, right? Or switch with Trae Young. So now at this point, you're like, this is barbecue chicken. He should be able to get this, right? Easy. Cookout. You know what I'm saying? Don't gotta worry about nothing, right? Sending heel to this corner, right? Because more spacing on this left side, and then they're also gonna have space going on this right side because they're not gonna plug in too much on this help with Bogdanovich guarding Hield. So now, boom, get into his little size ups, gets the lane going right. He's still making reads. Johnson on the step over, about to see his read going here, slips out. Residual turnovers. That shit just gonna happen throughout the course of a game. And so you just gotta understand this shit gonna happen. This shit gonna happen, as simple as that. So it may be untimely, but how are you gonna be able to get back off of that? You know what I'm saying? Haliburton had a couple bad plays late in the stretch, but played through it and ended up winning this game. So boom, that's the end of that one right there. So let's get to Maxey. 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 Where's Maxey? Let me pull that up right quick. There we go. There's like 2 things with Maxey that I noticed specifically as to which he can improve. Like 2 things I really noticed. I was like, oh, like if Maxey be able to do this, like the sky's the limit. Cause he already cooking off the shit he's doing right now. He already cooking. Right? So if he added just a few more things, a couple more things, he got it. So first things first. This is the first one, right? What Maxey has in his bag playing with Embiid is this handoff game that they get into a lot, right? And then what he's gonna end up getting out of these situations is gonna be a lot of these shots right here, going over that right shoulder. Now notice his habit. He never goes over the left, goes over that right, and he gets a lot of drop coverages. So in Maxey's case, he's got to build great efficiency when it comes down to that shot. If you always gonna go right. But eventually teams gonna catch on, set him over that other shoulder, set him that other way. But I'm just gonna let this play out. Y'all gonna also be able to see it for yourself and see the reads. And now right here, this is the habit I was talking about when it comes down with Maxey, right? Angles, right? This is a habit. So you'll see oftentimes, right, Tyrese Maxey gets off these screens and just uses his speed, uses how fast he is to get to A to B, right? But ultimately, that's going to put him in positions where I'm not able to get angles because the defender could easily get over the top of my screens. So Dean Wade, all this space between Embiid and Maxey. So now you're not getting anything going downhill, right? And so now you're going to end up having to go into a give up and then another get back. Right, and now you're putting the defense in a bad position, and now you're making the wrong reads in these situations to where you already had the shot, right? Already had the shot. Thought he was going over, under. Use this space and use Embiid's screen right here to get that space into the shot. So whether you gotta hide behind it, maybe a little more to the side so you can step in, right? Utilize Embiid and get to the pull up that's really right here instead of putting the ball on the deck so quick, right? And now boom, give it right back to Embiid, and now you try to work out off of that. You already had a bucket. Once again though, too, right? Angles again, and reads again. He still has the same read. Does a little better job of the setup though, right? Little better job of the setup, right? Because Pete, going to the right side, boom, on the screen. Cross step, guessing or drop back. But at this point now, though, right? At this point, screen going left, what happens? He's stuck on the screen, pull-up's already there. So he's got to make sure that as he gets off these screens, I'm reading actively as I come off the screen instead of turning the corner and then making the read. You make that read a little earlier, you'll see you have that three because you're going to have this drop down here, right? Because understand this, because we'll see a lot with Tyrese Haliburton is that he'll get doubled in a situation like this and not have the pull-up because he doesn't have a roller. Embiid could roll down to the rim and they're going to take that away. And so on Maxey's part, you're going to see this drop. I could have this pull-up opposed to someone like Haliburton who will get doubled. So boom, break from the mid-range. And this was a great pass by Maxey, right? Screen by Embiid. Garland sees Embiid begin to drop back, maybe even flare out to this wing, right? And at this point, Garland doesn't know where Embiid is, right? He thinks he could be on the wing, and the only thing that could give away where he is Maxey's eyes, right? And so Maxey looks out to the wing, makes Garland step out to the wing, but Embiid really is in the middle, right? And now ball in the middle, in his zone, you're done. Drop down to Batum, boom, pump fake, easy too. And so you're going to see also, right, with Maxey in comparison to Haliburton, Maxey's more of a primary scorer than playmaking second. Haliburton playmaking first, scoring second. And now Maxey's playmaking though isn't far behind as to what Tyrese Maxey's scoring is for it being that second option is, because Maxey really does make some high level reads. Like this one right here. This one was tough. And I want you to understand his pacing on this, right? Over the screen. Now he has a downhill angle. And notice what he's able to do right here, most importantly, right? With that little rip through, what he's able to do with that rip through, and how important it is for him to be able to make that play, right? Because I said, he's a good passer. So getting off to that right side, right? Boom, Hezzy right there to be able to read Allen now, right? But now he's going to begin to read this weak side and see, what do I have? Right? And he enters this low rip through right here with no intention to score, but simply to get himself in a better angle to be able to throw this pass to the corner where there was no help, and the help stacked all the way over to the other side. So now Batum, pump fake, easy, bucket. And so at that point, understand Maxey, he's able to read the floor as well, and him being in the role of actual point guard, now you're gonna see this much more. And then right there, Porter Jr. Like I was saying with angles on screens, right? Like I was saying with angles on screens, even to start, right? And so at this point, the person guarding you already knows where you want to go, right? So instead of just trying to play into what you're gonna do and them already having the edge on this and not being able to put them in a worse position and just going right to where everything's just blown up, that screen, the second screen, right? Why not set that up? You know what I'm saying? Why not set that up to where you could actually put pressure on this pop, right? So getting here and saying, all right, you want to play this? All right, let me reject this, right? Or let me work him down. Let me force him to no longer ice this and guard me square. So boom. But instead, over the top of that one, over the top of that second one. Now you're getting down here, making this pass over here, and Covington off a closeout. Ain't really getting nothing off of that. And I just want to point this out. This is not even Maxey, by the way. This is not Maxey. This is what's his name? Craig Porter Jr. Right? Look at the pacing on these steps. 1, 2, Embiid. Hang. That's tough. That's tough. That's tough. That's tough. That's tough. I just had to show you all that. This is just an example of how you need of controlling your steps, right? And understanding time and place. Because in this situation here, right? Hold on. Ball gets to Porter Jr. You now catch that ball and you see Embiid trailing you down, right? You got Maxey in front of you. But you know 6'1", what am I going to be able to do in this situation, really, with Embiid behind me, right? I could first take away Maxey, but at this point in time, I can't beat him up top. I got to stay low and utilize that. Use his momentum against him, and that might be a travel. But it was way too fast in real time for them to be able to realize that. And so that control of his steps, the control of his pace, just opened up a whole new angle for him to get a shot off. And then also right here with Maxey, right? I like to see this out of Maxey on the fact that this is the first time we're seeing him really be a point guard, right? And he has to worry about where players are, how offense is being run, controlling pace at all points in time throughout the game. Because as a 2, you don't got to really worry about that. It's just mainly scoring, just get to your spot. You don't have to be the floor general, right? But now Maxey is doing this right here, right now. Boom, good, getting your spots. And so understand that Maxey's game, right, at this point in time, right? Maxey's game at this point in time, with him being the floor general, having to pick up these habits and make them real habits to where he's doing them consistently night in and night out, he's going to drop off a little bit from other skills as to which he's maybe trying to build, right? A couple of things he may forget about, a couple of things he may be a little late to, a little slow to. But ultimately, like in time, once this does become habit, you're gonna see him really hone in on his skill, right? Because he doesn't have to think so much through things, and it's gonna allow him to be more efficient, allow him to be just better in terms of all around skill in each other part. And then once this becomes habit, he doesn't have to. It's subconscious at that point. So. And then right here, this is what he already got. And this is one thing I really do like about his game, is how condensed he keeps all the things that he does. He keeps everything condensed. Because he has a whole bunch of speed that he can use, right? But once he does use his speed, it's not like he's thinking, I'm invincible, right? He's going to get into ranges to where I'm just going to make sure I get a good look off, the best look off that I can. And so, in this situation here, makes that read on Porter Jr., right? Notice the timing. Let me slow this down too. Notice the timing. Step out, boom, push cross. Active reads. Nothing of this is premeditated. Now, boom, I get in front of you. Mobley's down here. Now, do I want to get all the way down to the rim and challenge Mobley, one of the best shot blockers in the league? Or am I going to stop a little short and get a look off right there, right? I'm going to decide to stop a little short and get a look off before I engage Evan Mobley, who's a really good shot blocker, right? So, boom, float, easy bucket. You got to understand that as these players at this level are making these plays, they're actively making reads the entire time. They're not sitting back and just thinking, oh, I'm going to do this move at this point in time. I'm going to do this move at this time. No, they're seeing what's going on, then boom, they react. They read, they react. They read, they react. They don't just choose the type of shit they're going to do, because it just really, a lot of times it depends on what the defense is going to do. That's going to determine what you're going to end up doing and the type of things that'll be available for you to do, so you can be able to score, make a play, or whatever it might be. The Maxey also did this, he did this 3 times this game? He did this 3 times, faking the handoff, right? Faking the handoff, but most importantly, this is where Maxey really is a threat, right? Once he gets downhill and he uses things like right there, that contact, that off arm to create separation, because defenders are already building so much steam to cut him off, right? At this point in time, they're trying to do everything they could so quick already. Now you create all this space, you get this balance, boom, shot. But Maxey does need to sharpen up on that balance and that frame and that shift of shoulders. But we're going to talk about that a little later. That's a high level read. That's a high level read. Let me see this though right here. That's a sorry play by Reed. Let's keep it going though, right? I want y'all to understand once again though, right? Making plays, right? Understanding reads. Porter Jr., boom, jumps to one side of the screen. You do not want to switch Tristan Thompson on to Maxey. So boom, I go to this other side. Now I have a downhill lane, and I'm not even worried about the 2 defenders that are literally in a 3-foot vicinity. I'm reading help at this point in time, right? And so by reading help, I'm seeing what Niang is going to choose, right? Is he going to choose a pop, or is he going to choose his wing, right? I show my face to the top and then throw the ball to the wing, to the corner. So now I just fooled Niang out the entire play, and now it's a whole long closeout from Mobley. Mobley dumped down to Reed. Reed, right there, that's when he messed up. That's where he messed up, right? Because in a situation like this, it's just got to be a catch straight up. No catch and dribble, because what that's going to do is give the weak side more time to time up this block attempt, right? So, boom. missed dunk on what should have been a cat stepping dunk. Phil's all in one motion would have been a bucket. That right there is what Maxey's missing. Not necessarily missing, but look. This is what he doesn't get, right? Which are these foul calls in these situations right here, to where you get hit, but they just don't call shit, right? It's those little calls that as to which superstars get, essentially. But Maxey, I feel at times, him coming into his own now, right? He doesn't get them at the moment. Once he begins to get these in the future, as time goes along, as the rest begin to see, is like, oh, he's a superstar player. Like, we gotta guard him difficult, like super physical. He's gonna get hit. We gotta call these fouls, right? Once he begins to get those calls, begins to just get to the line, that could be floating around 29 a game with Embiid there, 28, 29 a game. Realistically, he's at 26 now, and it's gonna make everything else more efficient because it's gonna make him tougher to guard because they know the refs are gonna call those fouls. And now right here in transition, I want y'all to understand this though, right? Look, Maxey's bringing the ball down, right? Sees Mobley in front of him. He has speed, but Mobley has height. I'm not gonna fight that fight, right? So instead, I'm gonna bring the ball out to the three-point line, give it up, boom. But realize this, Mobley now has to pick up on me and guard me from the perimeter, right? And when Mobley was ahead of me in transition, I didn't like that fight. But now he's trying to play defense outside. I like this fight now though, right? Because he jumped that lane, and now I have a lane to be able to get in front of him, and he no longer could be a shot blocker, and I could be able to do my thing and finish. Because by getting here to the rim and finishing with him behind me, there's no rim protector at the rim to be able to contest him. And then this right here, timeliness of attacks. Finish was tough, right? Finish was tough. A lot of players could be able to get the finish, but it's about being able to get that finish at the right time, and not trying to fight battles as to what you won't be able to get, right? And so look, understand the spacing, right? Springer cuts through, empty left corner, right? That's the most important part, because what all Strus knows is that the screen is coming to the middle, right? And he thinks he still has help on this left side. He's not able to see that cut go on, right? And so at this point in time, all Strus is seeing is Maxey bringing the ball down. He doesn't see that cut from the left corner. So he's going to continue to force Maxey to the baseline, right? Not realizing I don't have help until he gets all the way down to the rim. And Maxey's way quicker than Strus. So boom, I get blow by, right? Skill right there. Bump, hang, finish, Mobley, shot blocker. That's the skill you put into the gym. But it's about the timeliness and the IQ that you build up that'll allow you to get those plays off. And now right here, remember what I told you about Maxey always going over the same shoulder? Always going over the same shoulder every single time. Once again, boom, shoulder. Boom, right shoulder. I don't think you'll see Maxey go left shoulder. I don't think you'll see it, honestly, because understand this though, right? Right here, because Maxey being a right-handed player, your base is going to be shifted to the left a little bit, right? And so you're always going to see Maxey go over the right shoulder because he'll be able to get into his base over that right shoulder, and it's already set as if you're shooting a regular jump shot, right? Opposed to having to go over the left and turn this foot right here on the ground and then even turn a little bit in the air to then get your shoulders in the right spot. And so now he's much more comfortable shooting that opposed to going left to right. And so for a lot of players in general, over that dominant shoulder may be better than going over that non-dominant shoulder, depending on a number of factors. But if you really want to know, just get at me and I'll be able to kind of figure that out. Pop-Tart. See this in full speed though. Peep this in full speed. Look, bop, snatch, hezzy, boom. Got him. That shit was tough. That shit was tough. But Batum sold him, bro. Batum sold him. But understand this too, right? Damn, I hate when they be doing that shit, right? But look, understand this. Where's space, right? Boom, right side, nothing right wing. Snatch. Hezzy. Simple. This is why I really do like Maxey's game. Is that it's literally just patterned off what he's capable, like his strengths, right? And he doesn't do too much with it, and nor does he think, oh, I can do this against anybody I want to at any point in time. He does it all at the right time, right? And so like it's not gonna be often you'll see Maxey do too much on possession, like dribble the air out the ball. Like that's not often, right? So boom, gets to his right side, breaks his base, snatch back, because all the steam that he built up prior to into that drive, I get all that space. I just show eyes, I show hands a little bit, got him out the air. Now Mobley steps over, and you have Thompson stepping over. Swing with that left. I don't think you understand how tough this pass is for a lot of players, right? In motion, in stride, just dribbling, boom, right there to the pocket. You need that as a guard. You need that. If you can't, it's going to make you much easier to guard, and it make it much easier for the defense to guard if you can't go all this in one motion, right? One hand or two hand. Then Batum with the brick. Tough. And then right here. These are little plays as to which I'm just kind of waiting for Maxey to be able to get. You know what I'm saying? And maybe like after the All-Star break or like in the next season, right? At least in the next season, he's going to be able to get those calls, right? At least, right? Because he's really established himself this season as a All-Star, right? And so once he gets that All-Star nod, once the refs know, oh, he's really like that, damn near, right? They're gonna call fouls on plays like that, on those type of bumps, instead of just letting those plays slide and letting them just play it out, act like it's not a foul, like you don't give it to Embiid, like you don't give it to Tatum or even like Jaylen Brown or some of those guys. Like he should be getting those fouls. Even Haliburton gets those fouls. I just showed y'all the last game. So wait for him to get those fouls. He should be floating around like 28 a game. And if it's not 28, he's still in the same points. He's just going to be more efficient. Now peep this though, right? Peep this. Look now, give up to Batum, right? Back screen by Embiid. Now at this point in time, Garland's already stepped over on the help, right? He's already stepped over, but not all the way over to where there's no lane for this pass, right? Garland thinks he's there, but he's really not. And so at this point in time, the pass could get thrown, but it just depends on Maxey's pace, right? Because he just cuts through and leaves space for Wade to recover, right? But if he did this, right? If he ended up getting here, seeing this happen, close up the gap in between the pass and him and prevent Dean Wade from being able to get back in front, that pass could get thrown. And if not, it's going to get thrown here. It could get thrown as a skip all the way to Melton because Garland will have to step all the way over and help. So ultimately, your pace in these situations could allow things to open up. Because even though it's like, oh, set a back screen. All right, boom, let me cut back screen. Depending on how the help is playing, depending on how your player is recovering, this shit could still be there. You just got to make sure the lane is still available. And then if the help steps over, that's for the person with the ball to read. Oh, should I throw it here or should I throw the skip or throw it to this other person? And then this play right here. This kind of defined how this game was early on for Philly. You see them down 15, Embiid tossing the ball out of bounds, second guessing, hesitating to pass. This wasn't the best game, honestly. And so I'm still going to keep watching like Maxey and this Haliburton dynamic throughout the season. So this is just based off of the games they played and on the same night. Another play right here, right? Reads, right? Once again, going left, Maxey not going to shoot it, right? He's going to give it up, get it back, and then get over his right shoulder if he wants to shoot it. But now, it's the reads that you got to make, right? Dean Wade, under. You got to read this as you're making this catch. Once you see them release, right? At this point in time, once you see this player begin to release, right? Get away from you, and that gap begins to increase, you stop right behind that screen, you pull. So there's two ways as to which you could go about this shot, right? Either you could stay behind here and shoot it from further, but with more balance, or you could try to get out into more space, but have more more force to control and be harder to get on balance, and then shoot that shot fading. So it's really up to what you're working on as a player as to which you'll be able to maximize, be able to capitalize off this play from. Do you want to shoot from further but be able to be set, or shoot from closer but move laterally and shoot with a fade? And then right here in transition, peep this. We know Maxey's a bullet down, right? Look, all the way down in transition. At this point, you know Maxey can't guard you at this point because he's backpedaling. He's already not set. He's right inside the three-point line. There's no way that he'll be able to stop me without fouling. So I'm just gonna attack him straight on because there's no way he gets completely set. And so those reads like that, understanding what you can do and what the defender can and can't do in those situations, make decision making a lot easier. You just gotta simply understand what their capabilities are. And now right here, I want you to notice this too though, right? Pat Bev, damn, my throat. But look, Pat Bev sends it to the other side, right? And notice the angle as to which Maxey gets off the screen. Tight. There's no room for Wade to be able to get in between this and be able to blow up this whole play, right? And so ultimately, notice what this is going to do. Pinch in from Porter Jr. If Maxey's able to consistently do this, not even off handoffs, but off ball screens as well, consistently night in, night out, they're going to have a plethora of open looks. So many open looks. Because simply, how well do you come off that screen will be able to force help to help in. If you don't come off well and the help defender can see, oh damn, he was able to blow that up. He got space in between. I don't need to help that much. He's good. They see that, all right, I don't need to go pinch in. But if they see you get off that screen, you have your angles, they're going to go pinch in. Now shooters are open. And now right there, the timeliness of the attack. The timeliness. I don't think some of y'all be peeping this, right? So look, once again, Wade, right, over the top, boom, they switch. Maxey with this little float dribble. But notice what's going on with this roll, right? Notice. The roll goes off-ball switch, meaning in this off-ball switch, Wade is not set as an off-ball defender, right? He's not set yet. He's still trying to find Pat Bev and send Jared Allen to the big. So now he hits a tween because at this point in time, he's going to have no help on this elbow on this right side. And it forces the defender to open up their base at the same time, right? And so now, boom, I get into the middle, gets that left side where Allen isn't, left hand lay. Another handoff reject. I think he has another one of these, right? This one was super tough though, right? This one was tough. Because notice what he did, right? Notice how he leveraged how much speed he has against his defender, right? And so the point as to which he goes to fake this handoff, boom. Notice this gap between him and Wade. This gives him enough space to take one dribble, and in that one dribble, not worry about having that space be closed up, but being able to read Wade. So now, boom, he takes this step, sees that shift over, boom, tweens to that other side. Now I'm able to get back to his left, right? But what really shows character, not in that foul, but he gets on the floor, gets up, and notice what he does now. He doesn't even celebrate the and one. He goes straight to his teammate to be able to go and see what happened, what was wrong, right? Instead of sitting there celebrating, yeah, we did something good. You're doing something now that's going to help, whether it's on offense or defense. And that just shows a player who's more invested into winning than they are in pleasing and than they are in pleasing the crowd. Big up to your channel. Yo, what's good, Satro? By the way, where you from? Do you hoop? And what's your game like? I don't know how much. I'm gonna see how this YouTube thing is going. I'm gonna see how this YouTube streaming is going, and then we're gonna see if I'm gonna stay here, go back to Twitch, we'll see what's going on, whatever. So, but look though, defensively too though. Hold on, Pete this with Strus, right? Pin down, and now at this point in time, he's continuing this chase, and now he let go of that chase a little too early. Right, he did everything he needed to even prior to, right? Did everything he needed to. Because you got Strus pinned down, so now boom, you hop out, try to get to the outside shoulder. Now you're chasing, you don't get screened. But now understanding that this pass gets thrown, he's gonna go and release, and now it's too late for him to recover for the teammate that helped him. You gotta always make sure you help the helper. So at this time, boom, dump down to Mobley, boom, goes right there. And so on this play specifically though, right? On this play, just understanding that this is already the look, you've got already got to try to anticipate this. And once you get past that screen, it's no longer I chase, it's I got to get in front. And so from here, instead of just circling around this way, cut this angle back this way towards this elbow, right? Cut this angle back, because by cutting that angle back, you'll be in a better position to meet Strus at a spot if you want to stay, and then you'll be in a position to also take away the passes to Mobley. So ultimately, that continual chase off that screen just left him in a bad spot. When does the merch come in? Oh, P. Hey, I ain't gonna lie, P. This merch about to be that bit. I got another logo, not the DOR logo. It didn't change. I got another one for the hoodie that I made. That bit's stupid hard. It's dumb hard. But it should be like January. Should be like New Year. That's what I'm aiming for. Cause I want to do like a little photo shoot with it and everything. So it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be really tough. It's gonna be really tough. Merch should be in like January. I'm about to get my own ones done, like personal ones. I'm gonna show y'all how it looks like when I get on stream one of these days, probably in like a few weeks, and I'm gonna show you how it looks like. You just gotta be ready. Old school Washington State, ball when I was young, but know the game, play football. Oh, so what, you play football at Washington State? Play football at Washington State, but the thing is too, like a lot of players who even play football in college could at least hoop a little bit, right? And even then, like some players got game, other players be hacking, but it just depends. But a lot of times, like you'll see players at the collegiate level be able to at least play between sports, because football is super physical, so you'll have more time to do something like basketball because it's less strenuous. It's not so with so much contact. So it's like, okay, if I want to go work out and do something, I'm gonna go and hoop. I'm not gonna sit here and play football, you know what I'm saying, go tackle or anything like that. Like I'm just gonna kind of do something that's a little more fun, more skill based, a little graceful, you know what I'm saying, to where I'm not getting ran over the entire time. So that's the thing when it comes down to basketball. But going the other way around, like you trying to be a basketball player, you try to go play football, it's like, fuck no, I ain't doing that. Because just the physicality standpoint of it, it's like I'm not even gonna put myself through that. But on football level, it's like, okay, I'm toning down the physicality. This right here was I was talking about with Maxey though, right? This is what I was talking about with Maxey. Once Maxey is able to get these same calls that MB gets, right? When he's going down the lane, boom, sees a defender, break their base, bump, foul, he's gonna get like 28 to 30 points a game. He's already at 26, right? Maybe around 25 at the end of the year. But now you give him those foul calls because all the speed that he got, good luck. Oh, you play D2 at Sonoma State in Cali. Cali be having dummy schools. I don't really know it, but D2 is D2. You know what I'm saying? Levels is levels. And mind you, all players at collegiate level in any sport are good. A lot of people were like, oh, D3 you suck. If you go D3 you suck. You go NAI you suck. JUCO you suck. Well, some JUCOs is sorry, but like especially once you get into like that D2, NAI, D1, it's like okay, all y'all are good at your game. You know what I'm saying? And then right there, Max Strus. I ain't gonna lie, they call this a flagrant. This shows a flagrant, by the way, right? This shows a flagrant, but this is literally intimidator in transition. Look at Max Strus, right? And watch Maxey, and tell me, is there anything that tells you Maxey's gonna jump right here at this point in time? He jumps early. There's no approach, no ball pickup, no nothing. He's just jumping. It's like, oh damn, I gotta try to beat him up top super early. Beat him up top too early, right? So now, boom, hit on the head, falls down. They ended up calling a flagrant on that. It was completely unintentional, but stayed on the floor a little bit. I know he could have got up quicker, but he did it probably off the fact you want to get that review. So it is what it is. That's how the game is played now, though. I want to also say this too. Look, watch Maxey though, right? This is a skill as to which Maxey hasn't tapped into completely. I'm not even sure if he really understands the power of this, right? Look, the power of his cut, because he's so fast. Look what it's going to do to help defenses if you are spaced on this weak side. Boom, cut, step in. It could be a direct swing to a player who may be spaced between his wing and his corner, right? Boom, swing, boom, shot. That's the power of the cut. Off that alone, Strus is in good position. Mind you, he's in good position to take away all of that. Mobley's down there as well. But ultimately, you still stepped in on that help. If you space this properly on that weak side, just swing shot. Swing shot. That cut for Maxey is going to big time. To be the D2, there are serious ballers in all sports. There is, bro. I'm be telling you. You got to understand, like, people think it's just, oh, high school, you just took another step. No, it's high school, and I took 1% of all high school players and put them in college. And then you do that once again when you get into the pros. And so literally think, like, if you just played high school, go to every team and take the top 3, like, say if it's basketball. Take the top maybe 2 players on average, send them to college. Go to football, take the top 7 players or so, or like 7 players, put them in college. And now you're playing against people who are literally also at that high level. So you may have been killing, may have been cooking when you was in high school, because all those other people, they don't even care. They're just playing for the clout. They playing just for popularity. They, you know what I'm saying? Some people they don't even take this shit serious. They just do it just to be on the team. Just to be like, yeah, I play football. Yeah, I do this. Yeah, I do that. But now you're actually playing against people who take it serious, and to the point where you actually have money involved, right? You're getting a scholarship. It's not you're getting paid, but it's a scholarship. You're going to school for free. And so just thinking about it like that, it's like, yo, it's really boiled down to like people who could actually play. Doesn't matter what the sport is, they could play. So it's not no easy thing to get there as well. Like, you gotta have connections, you gotta have skill, like right time, right person, like a whole bunch of different things have to line up for you to be able to get an opportunity like that. People don't even realize though. And then this right here, I hated this play. I hated it so much, bro. Like, this play, like, really just put into perspective Joel Embiid for me. And it kind of ticked me off for a second. I don't know why. But Embiid be doing this, like, weak-ass shit sometimes. I'm sorry. That's the best way to put it. Look at the entire lane. If you roll hard right after the screen, who is stopping him? Right? But look what he does, though, right? Look what he does. He decided to pop on that first one. Calls for a ball screen right now. Why are you calling for a ball screen? Go to the fucking rim. You're 287 foot, right? So what ends up happening? A shot? A shot. A shot. You better make it. But no, brick. Why? If MB decided to get into the goddamn paint every single time, unstoppable. 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 That's all I gotta say. Like, who's gonna stop him? Literally nobody. Nobody, bro. But and the fact that he's still able to get, 33, 32, 31 a game, just shooting all these middies. Imagine if he decided to actually enforce himself as an interior threat. I don't know. I feel as though I could get why you do it to less of an extent during the season, but you can do that shit in the playoffs too, right? You doing that shit in the playoffs as well. And so just by doing that shit in the playoffs, it's like, why are you holding back? What are you scared of? You scared of just the contact, your motor not there, your aggression not there? What is it? You know? And some freak athletes where academics are the major issue preventing D1 acceptance. That too. People don't even understand. When it comes down to getting offers, it's about how good of a student athlete are you. People think, oh, I just got to get really good at sport, be a really good athlete. Some players, it could work. Right, because even in high school, they begin to finesse, and they just may be extremely good as a player. But if we're just talking about the average person, right, the typical person who's trying to get recruited, no, grades, because they're going to be able to see you as a player and say, all right, your skill is solid, right, we could use the skill, but are you going to be able to be relied upon, to be consistent and be able to play? Because thinking about it like this, if you could barely take care of your grades in high school, what makes you think you'll be able to do it in college? Right? Why would a coach think you'd be able to do it in college? You barely getting by with a 2.5, you know what I'm saying, C's, a couple B's. In high school, you get to college, You got actual classes. You got papers. You can't turn no late work. You can't try to sweet talk a teacher. You can't do none of that, right? And so just off that alone, right? Just off that alone, it's like, why would he take this player? You could hoop, you could play and everything, but you're gonna be on academic probation all year. So why the fuck would I bring you along? Why did I give you an offer? And so that's what my game was, right? I knew the whole time, like, I understood the fact that if I didn't even think about the fact, oh, academics can help me get offers. I thought about the fact that if I got good grades, I could get scholarships on top of my sports scholarship, so I could be able to make money while I'm in college. I just thought different. I don't know why. Look, hold on. A lot of people get it twisted. They like, all right, boom. If I'm trying to get an offer, I got to be able to. I got to make sure as a student athlete, I get good grades and good academics so I can be able to get an offer. When I was playing, right, when I was in high school, I didn't even think of that. I thought, all right, if I'm in high school, I got my grades good, and if I got an offer that already covered my tuition, I could get more academic scholarships on top of that offer, and then all that money goes in my pocket. That's how y'all should be thinking. At least be use that as some sort of little motivation for you to get your grades better. Like as student athletes, you know what I'm saying? Because think about it, if you're going to a D2 or even trying to get to a D1, even that brings opportunities to walk on at a D1 if you have good academics, because you could just use that academic money. Boom, you're on the team, no athletic money. And so at that point, it's like, all right, boom, I can use that if I want to walk on, have that option. And I had that option too. I had an option of going to it was like FGCU and then like FAU or one of those schools. And then I even had somebody ask me if I want to be able to get a plug at FSU to walk on, because my grades was dumb good. So I was like, because my high school coach walked on at FSU, and so I had a possibility of saying, oh, let me see if I could get there. So I even had that opportunity, but I was like, nah, I don't want to go through that. If I could be able to get some of the schools I have on my list, let me go rock with that. But some players don't even be getting that either, bro. They don't get that. Like, if you could get an offer, have good grades, and get some academic money, that's just a few $1,000s. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody's gonna get NIL. So it's like, all right, I could get my own few $1,000s just off these scholarships every semester. My grades was good, got X, Y, and Z and whatnot. Some people just don't be paying attention for real. They just think it's all basketball. Oh yeah, right here though. Hold on though. I want y'all to peep this. Look. Hustle play, dive on the floor. Maxey catches, right? Notice the game. 103, 101, 210 left. Right? Let me go back one more time. Hold on. Look. Maxey on the catch. Turns. He sees Mobley and he has Strus in front of him. So what is he going to do at this point in time, right? I'm not just going to try to go up because I know Mobley's going to try to chase me down. I have to get rid of Strus. And Strus is out of position. So what am I going to do to Strus? Look. Bump. Right? You're out of position. That's a foul. Right? Now you trying to chase me down. I'm going to get it off the glass. Boom. Goaltend. Instead of trying to fight a fight as to which I know I can't win, if I got in this position, just try to find gaps and get into space and get around the rim and not find contact, he decided to get contact, get the foul, get it off the glass, and then be able to make the best out of that, in it being a 2-on-1 situation. I ended up going to Ave Maria. I went to Ave Maria. It was at NAIA in South Florida, South Florida, like by FGCU, around the coast in that area near like Naples, if you know where that is. It's a NAIA like D2. They damn near won the conference that year. They should have went to the tournament. Because I seen that opportunity there. The reason as to why I really went there is because I was like, all right, I see the guard's about to leave, and I graduated on the COVID year. Y'all don't understand COVID years. You know, some people don't even understand the COVID years. So I graduated on the COVID year where every single person got an extra year to stay in school. So at that point, I was like, fuck. Like, everybody want to stay. Everybody want to be here. Like, I was just like, damn. Like, but I seen a chance where if I stayed that 1 year, I felt I could be able to even outplay the person who was a senior there and be able to establish myself for even the next year going around. And my plan was to be able to play there like 2-3 years and be able to transfer to a higher level school and then essentially work my way up through the pros and whatnot. But boom, I'm here where I am now. But look at this though, right? Understand what Maxey's reading, right? Where is the space? You got two players on this left, help, and then you also have Allen, who probably will be on the side if I go left. But now, right, he's reading Strus. What is Strus gonna do, right? Jump out as soon as I take that step out. Now I go back to his right side where you have Mobley on Tobias Harris in this corner, and is he gonna commit all the way over? I don't know, to be determined, right? And so notice what he does here now, though, right? He beat him, but notice the angle that he's gonna take after he gets him to break his base. Cuts him off to the point where I'm no longer worried about you, right? I'm no longer worried about you because if you try to keep going forward, they're gonna hit me, foul, I'm getting to the free throw line. But now, boom, bump, hang, tough with the left. By far, Maxey is by far a better contact finisher than Haliburton. Overall player, I don't know. He got contact finishing though. He got contact finishing for shit show. And this was just a brilliant play. This was just a really smart play. Just a smart play, right? Look, when you get into handoff situations, one thing you can really leverage is the defender who you're about to hand the ball off to, right? You could be able to use them as a screener, like Maxey does right there, depending on the angles as to which you go about the situation. So it really boils down to how well you understand the gap as to what the defender you're playing is, right? And if this player is also not focused, they're not going to leave room for this player to get back in front of you. So now you use the defender to screen his own teammate. And then Pete, this right here, Maxey on this weak side, right? Now you see Garland, once again, rejects the screen because I got space going right? So because if I get left, it'll just be pass. You don't have nobody in rotation. So now he gets right just to get into the paint and not even try to score on Embiid, leaving Maxey on this weak side trying to guard two, right, with his back turned to both of these players and over this big distance. So now, boom, he has to try to close out to this corner, leaving this baseline open. And also, Embiid is now leaving, thinking I have to get back to mines because Garland already gave the ball up, right? And now Embiid is late here. Boom, small guard, off the left, I believe, too. Bump Embiid in the air, hung, finish off the glass. Tough. It's about catching players and help out of rotation is the key to being able to be a good finisher and be able to be a good playmaker. And this possession right here, this is the last one. This is the last one, right? Throwing the Embiid in the middle, Maxey speed, of course he's going to outrun him. And I don't know how they didn't see this coming with him already being this far back. And so now Maxey gets down this lane, boom, to the right side. Game winner smoked it, bro. Game winner smoked it. All the ones he done hit, that was so tough. The game winner is the one he smokes. That's just tough, bro. That's just tough. So that's it for that, though. That's it for today. It's the first YouTube stream. Hopefully, when I finish this shit, they don't copyright strike all this shit down. If they do, I'm low-key might have to switch back to Twitch and be able to do that thing like I used to. But for now, though, this is how we rocking though. This is how we rock. I'm gonna see how this shit turn out. See how it work. And we're gonna be live again on Monday, same time, probably earlier actually, like 3:15 or not 3:15, 3:30 p.m. EST on Monday. I'm about to finish my semester. I got like 2 weeks left, so we about to be rocking out like this for a little bit. So make sure that you sacrifice your present self and you invest into your future self. And you do everything you need to do to be able to get to where you want to go. So discipline or regret.